Hey guys, it's your Pontiff, and we are on Pontiff TV. That's right. We're here making the best YouTube we can. That's right, guys. We're making good clips. We've got a great show lined up today. Let me tell you that. We've got a great show. We're going to talk many interesting shits and many interesting things. We got wristwatch talk. You know, wristwatches. I love the watches. Love the watches. I do. I love the watches. And I also love talking watches. I did a few reviews yesterday. I pulled my finger out of my asshole and did a review. That's right. I did a few reviews. So, what can I say? It's all good news. It's great news. And we're on Pontiff TV. Let's run some intros. Let's get some crew involved here. Let's get crew. We want crew. That's what we want is crew. Crew. I want to get some crew. Actually, I've been wearing the JJ LeCoultre. Love it. Absolutely love this watch. Love this. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. And I got to tell you something, guys. You got to realize, you know, sometimes in life, the best ain't free. That's right, guys. The best is not free. Yes. I got to tell you this. The best is not free. Free. So, what can you do? Tell me what you can do. I want to do it, man. I really want to do it. That's right. I really want to do it, guys. I want to do it. I want to get it going. I want to get the best possible show out there for the punters today. That's what I want. I want the punters to be happy chaps. I want the punters haps. I got the crew. We got the crew. We want the crew happy. We want it all happening. That's what we do. Now, I got to tell you something, guys. We're going to get this fucker off the ground. I want to get this fucker off the ground. Off the ground now. We want this baby in the air. I'm going to fly this fucker. That's right. We want to fly this fucker now. We want to get this baby into the sky. I'm just pinning the link. Let's run an intro and let's start the show. What sort of intro would we like today? I'm going to give us intro, a quick intro, very quick intro. Here we go. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer, hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride, go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW. That's right, guys. That's who I recommend. David SW, David SW. Why do I say that? Because David SW sponsors my show, and I got to tell you, I love him. Good. He's the most trustworthy dealer for pre-owned Rolex in America.
Come on, mate. I'm not like the shroom. The shroom. I'm not like the shroom. Answer me call, man. Come on. I'm a big fan, man. Come on. Answer the call, Arch. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff.
There we go, guys. This is how it goes. So, guys, I got to tell you something. You know what, guys? You've just got to get it going. I got to tell you, guys, you want to try things out, you got to try. This is how it works. You've got to try it. You got to be in it to win it. This is it, guys. You've got to be in it to win it. Now, guys, this is Friday night on the Pontiff. Let's get into the juice, the beef, the meat. We've got a super chat in. We got Rich Mitch, £2. What JLC is that? Guys, that is the JLC I have been showing you. This is the one that I bought a while ago. I fell in love with it. Because remember, I don't know if you guys remember, I was going to get the Vacheron Day-Date Retrograde. And it was a little bit expensive. And the dealer showed me this JLC master compressor. I fell in love with it. Chunky fucking monkey, solid gold. It just pops. It just pops. And it's a column wheel chronograph. It's fucking avant-garde as fuck. Avant-garde as fuck. And I absolutely love it. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. I absolutely love it. And I got to tell you something. Very interesting display how it works. It's actually very, very precise. Because what happens is it's column wheel chronograph, so it doesn't have that little initial, the cams chronograph have that little delay. Column wheel's different. And it's precise. As it comes up to the minute, it doesn't trail, it's instant. It's a pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. It's coming up now and click. It's just does it beautifully. Just a beautiful chronograph. Beautiful chronograph. I really love it. Really, really love this sort of chronograph. Just chunky monkey. Get the fuck out of my way. That's the sort of chronograph it is. And I got to tell you something, guys. It is absolutely good shit. It is good shit. Good shit. And that's what you want, guys. You want this sort of stuff. You want the best you can get. Because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point? You want the best you can get for yourself. And I've got to tell you, it's sometimes in life, it's not always fair. Nothing's fair. Nothing's fair in life, but this is the good news. That's the JLC. Now, I want to talk to you. I did a great collection review yesterday. I really enjoyed it. I really love this watch. I do love it. I love it. Love it. Love it to death. It's just such a cool piece. I had a look at a collection yesterday, and I just want to show you this. I'm just going to bring it up. This was one of my fans. I just want to show you this collection. What did you think of this? Look at this. He's got 5 Rolex. 5 Rolex. 5 Rolex. 5 of the fuckers. Explorer 2, Bluesy. 41 mil Datejust two-tone Wimbledon. Champagne two-tone Daytona. And a black GMT. Just nice 5 Rolexes. I mean, fuck. What a really nice collection. And nice story to go with it. So, yeah. That was a really good collection. I just got a nice Rolex base. And it made me realize when I did this review, I really want to get my Explorer 2 back. I really want it back. Because the Explorer 2, a Bluesy, and a Speedmaster, man, that's fucking perfect 3-piece combo. What more do you need? What more do you want? What more? What more exactly? So I got to tell you something. That is a very interesting thing. I got to tell you, I got to tell you, man, what you want to do is simple. It's simple. What you want to do, you want to be very, very, you want to be, I got to tell you, more highway and twice as many oil changes as specified. Now, I've got to tell you honestly, guys, we got a super chat here from Rich Mitch. Thank you, Rich Mitch. It really means a lot to me. How much would it be to get a vintage gold Rolex bracelet repinned? Also, what do you think of the vintage Hoya Monaco? Well, I got to be totally honest with you. I had a really good contact overseas who used to get the bracelets repaired. He's since fucking done. I'm no longer friends with him. How much? I have no idea. I had contacts who used to do that shit. I tried to get it up as a business. I had a contact who had contacts, but the whole thing fell to bits because nobody was interested. So I have no fucking idea, Rich Mitch. I'd tend to just, I mean, how when you say repinned, how bad is it? What model is it? What exactly is the problem? So who's going to do the work? It just seems like a pain in the ass. That's why I love modern, because I don't need to fuck around repinning bracelets. Oh, fuck, that's boring work, repinning bracelets. How boring can you get there, you know? It's just boring as shit. However, let me say this to you. Let me explain it to you. I want to explain this to you. And what I want to say to you is you've got to realize there's some dealers. I know a guy in Hong Kong who did it, the bracelet magician. I've seen his work. I haven't really been that impressed. So it's a mixed bag. Also, what do you think of the vintage Hoya Monaco? I love the vintage Hoya Monacos. That's what I think. That's what I kind of think. You know, I got to tell you, man, I love the vintage. They're actually very fucking temperamental little shits. Who do you get to service them? Because the caliber 11s, you don't want to send it to Tag Heuer. They do modern stuff. They don't really do vintage. And vintage stuff is kind of a mixed bag, okay? That's my view on it. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Now, let's just have a look here. I'm going to actually we're trying to get some punters on the stream today. And let's have a look, who can we get on here? We got the Zeal, trying to get the Zeals there. Did I get the new paddock book? You know, I did get some mail. Tan. I think I may have the new paddock. Tan was asking me, Arch, did you get the new? Yep, I did get that. You know, I got to tell you, Tan, since the burglary, I actually have been stockpiling my paddock magazines. I've been stockpiling the magazines because I kind of I've been stockpiling them because I haven't really bothered to. I haven't been bothered to. I just haven't been in the mood to read them. That's the problem, Tan. Just got to get my mojo back. We got Rich Mitch, $5. It's a Jubilee bracelet, and it's about as bad as it can get. Essentially a right angle to the case. It's a day date from 1969. Look, Rolex won't do anything. They'll just say replace, okay, because they don't repair them. I used to have some contacts who did work, but I have since lost them. Because I basically I had a friend who he had some really good contacts. Fuck, they fixed a date just. It was a 90s date just, had terrible stretch. It came back beautiful, but I no longer have that contact. So I'm sorry, Rich. I don't know who. Take the best that life can give for the time you have to live. Poem uploaded as requested. It's on my main ArchieLuxury channel. Okay. Told him that. What can I say? I hope you liked. it. Okay, so this bracelet stuff, it's just difficult. I don't have contacts anymore, Rich. That's why I tend to stay away from fucking vintage. Davidson, £2. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. That's right, Sam Davidson. And we got Osman Alva, 110 Turkish lira. Paul, I'm looking for a second-hand Speedmaster. Where can I buy it? Okay, Osman, whereabouts are you? I think you're paying in Turkish lira. I don't think Turkey has a great second-hand market. However, if you're able to go to the EU, Germany would be a good place. Paris, France, or London's fuck, because London. London's in the fucking. They got horrible taxes. You don't want to go for England because they have VA fucking T, which is ridiculous. I'd probably say look around some. I'd go on Chrono 24, Osman. Go on Chrono 24. That's what I would do. Now the problem is they may not sell to Turkish because Turkey. I don't want to put Turkey down, but Turkey is a little bit of a dangerous country. Is Turkey in the EU? EU? I don't think it is. Let's have a look. Is Turkey in the EU? Turkey signed a customs union agreement with the EU and was officially recognized as a candidate. Okay, so they're not in the EU, I think that means. Is Turkey a member of the EU? Is Turkey in Europe or not? Turkey is located in southeastern Europe and southwestern Asia. Okay. Is Turkey classed as EU? Turkey is not in the European Union. Okay, there you go. No. Fuck, they don't just give you a yes, no answer. It's all this fucking answer there. So I would say, Osman, go on Chrono 24. That's where I would go. I thought you bought a Speedmaster. I thought you already bought one. I thought you bought it retailed. We were talking about that before. We got some other comments in. What's happening today? Just having a look. What's going on? Turkey is in NATO, not EU, CB. Yes, you're right. Okay, so what's going on? Yeah, I quite like this collection. Actually, what he did, I got another collection. Let me show you another collection I was working on. I'll show you. I had some collections I was looking at. This is how he blew up his collection. Look at this. Have a look at this. This is how it exploded. This is what happened to his collection. He got some Breitlings because he was Breitling. I must admit, I like that brown. Look at that brown dial. Super Ocean Heritage 2. I love the orange. He's got some really nice Breitlings. Now he had 5. I don't know why he's got his 5 Rolex. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rolex. Nice, you know what? I love the Breitlings myself. He's got the Breguet. He's got a number of Breitlings. That's his wife's. The bottom row is his wife's. The middle, the second from the bottom, he's got a Reverso. He's got some beautiful pieces. The reason there's a gap there, he wants to get another Rolex. And I was said to him, why don't you get a Milgauss, a Z Blue Milgauss? That'd be I really like the Z Blue. I must admit, if I was to get another Rolex, I had a Z Blue stolen, of course, stolen. But I think that's actually a great piece to have. I do. Yeah. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So just a beautiful look. I would tend to say, the Cartier kind of pisses me off. Well, that was his wedding watch. It's a Cartier Tank Solo. What do you say? What's Ryan saying here? One customer that owed me a lot, and I thought I'd have to get mechanics lien. I'm not a scumbag, and I don't want to do that, but I have to get paid. Just showed up with money and apologized. Okie dokie. Uzi, what's Uzi doing? Uzi, I'm a nobody, Mitch, but not good unless it's sentimental to you. Okay. Try to find a good bracelet. You'll have to research stamping. Yeah, that's the big problem is the stamping. The stamping on these fucking things. Oh, Timely's just sent me a new information on a new Tudor. Fuck, is that boring? Tudor cycling? Oh, fuck. FXD cycling edition? Fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. Can you imagine anything more boring? Let's have a look at this thing. FXD. Let's have a look at this cycling edition. Fuck. What do you think of that, hey? What do you think of that? Fuck. What do I think of it? Fuck, man. It's a tough one. You got to realize it's tough. It's very tough. Life is not always easy. Let's see if I can get a couple punters on the stream today. Let's see who we can get there. We got Timely Behavior. Let's see if we can get our Timely out. I love chatting to Timely. We got the Tan, the man. Let's get Tan out there. Can we get Tan? Will Tan come on the stream? It's worth a shot. I'll try and join you soon. That's time. I like to chat to Timely. Sard Ganderpolt. Well, it's fucking 3 a.m. for him. He's not coming on. Clivers. Let's get him on. We've got Kesslowitz. Let's get Kesslow. JJ doesn't need the link today. I don't know if he'll come on. Bear. Will Bear come? Just get Bear to say hello. Hey, Bear. How you going? Just say hello. Doc is always good. We got Hoff on Smash is always cool. I love the Hoffmeister. Let's see if we can get OC there. Can we get OC on? Can we get Marcelo? How is Mammy? Is Mammy okay? Is Mammy okay? Let's see if we can get Red Shovel. Would Red Shovel come on? Let's see what he's up to. Oh, I got to get Goldberg on. Fuck. I got to tell you now, guys, it's terrible. Everything is terrible in this world because you know why, don't you? It's just not fun anymore in this space. It's not fun. Why is it not fun? Because it's not fun because nothing is fun anymore. You know what I mean? It's just not fun. The hobby used to be super, super cool. The problem is it's not flavor of the month. That's the problem, guys. So many people love the watches, but they're not enthused anymore. And don't tell anyone, Uzi. Seriously, I want to buy one. I paid $750 Canadian back in for a Mark III tactical scope. Okay, what's he buying? Link for Irex Guy. Irex Guy is cool. I love the Irex Guy. Fuck, do I love him. Let's get Irex Guy on. I wouldn't mind talking to Irex Guy. What can I say there? Okay, so look, we got a lot of boring stuff happening there. It's very tricky. You know, these watches themselves, I'll be honest with you, they often don't really do much for a lot of people. And I got to tell you something. I'm actually coming to a realization. I got some beautiful stuff. I want to enjoy it. Look at that. Solid gold, chunky monkey, Jaeger Coultre, sports chronograph. It's an interesting watch, you see. CB, $5. When all is going to shit, get Loudmouth Tim out. Oh, fuck, Loudmouth Tim. What happened to him? Loudmouth Tim. Fuck. Loudmouth Tim. Remember him? See if I can find him. Where's he gone? He was a good guy. I loved my Loudmouth Tim. Loudmouth Tim. Yeah. What happened to him? He was a really good guy. A very good guy. So, I got to get my vitamin C for today, guys. That's what I need to drink is some vitamin C. We got Ryan J. O'Fray, $2. And he says, for your son, Pontiff, God bless his soul, my man. Yeah. Ah, man, I miss the poor little guy. You know, I used to take him out for occasional dinners. And he had a really, sometimes I'd take him out with his brother. We'd do lunch. Had a real nice laugh, great sense of humor, non-judgmental guy. Yeah, I miss him. I miss him. I miss him. It's fool. You just can't believe that the soul, the energy is gone. That's it. It's gone. 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 That's the amazing thing. Gone. Gonski. And fuck, that's just terrible. Gonski. But I don't know what I can do, really. I really don't know what I can do. It is what it is. It is terrible, but that's just how it is. It is what it is. So there's nothing you can do about it. And, you know, I got to tell you, it's, I'm looking forward to the Australian trip. I think that'll be real fun. We'll have some fun. I want to go. Obviously, my car is worth jack shit. I might as well use the bloody thing since it's worth so little. Might as well use the bloody thing and go for a fantastic drive. Have a great experience driving it around. You know, that'll be fun. You know, what do you think, hey? I think that'll be a lot of fun. Take the Beamer out for a great drive. Go down to Melbourne. Stop along the way. It'll be really good. It'll be a lot of fun to do that. And yeah, I think that'll be cool. That'll be very cool. Thank you, Ryan. SLK 230. I'd love to know about your SLK 230. How did you find it, man? I loved the I remember many years ago when I was working at KBR, I was talking to this lady and she had an SLK 350 and she took me for a drive in it. Fuck, it was a nice Mercedes. It was so nice. So nice. I remember her Mercedes. And because a lot of those SLKs, they're like, you know, the 4-cylinder engine, but the 6, fuck did it go. Fuck did it go. Now, we got another super chat, Malik Diamond. Malik Diamond. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much better is a full gold Bluesy versus a two-tone Bluesy? full gold compared to two-tone. They're different animals, Malik. They are very different animals. And very different animals. Very, very different animals indeed. And the way it works, okay, the way it is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much better? See, it's not about better. It's different. It's like saying, compare a Porsche 911 to a BMW 7 Series. Well, it's different animal. You understand? They're completely different animals. The two-tone, I got to be totally honest with you. I loved the two-tone. I love the two-tone. I think, firstly, we got to compare. I would say the ceramic is a big improvement on the pre-ceramics. I like the improved clasp. And then, okay, so the full gold Bluesy, how much better? Well, it's not about better. It's different. Okay, it's different. I would say this. The full gold, and the gold can be a negative too, Malik. The gold can be a negative, okay? The gold can be negative, okay? So let's have a look there. How much better is the two-tone or the full gold? The two-tone Bluesy, I think, is an 8.5 out of 10. The solid gold Bluesy is a 9 out of 10. Very little difference. However, they're different genres. The solid gold is a real, it's, to be honest with you, women prefer the two-tone than the solid gold because most people don't understand solid gold. They like the contrast of the two-tone. So myself, I mean, I love gold. I love gold watches. Yes. Would I get a solid gold Bluesy? Good question. Would I get a solid gold Bluesy? Would I get a solid gold Bluesy? Would I get a solid gold Bluesy? Yes, I would. I would. I love them. Would I get rid of my would I upgrade mine? I don't know. Possibly. 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 Yeah. I possibly would. I've come to the realization, with all these watches and shit, you got to wear them and enjoy them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 9 watches. That's kind of a good number to have. Is the solid gold better than the two-tone? Fuck. You know what? I got to be totally honest with you. Totally honest with you. How could you not love the two-tone Bluesy? How could you not love that? I mean, it's a cool watch. It's a very cool watch. Solid gold Bluesy. They're amazing watches to have. Yeah, they're amazing. Absolutely amazing. We got Timely Behavior is joining the crew. How are you, Timely?
Good. How you going?
Just let me catch up on these super chats. We got Little Dave, $2. Who's riding shotgun on the road trip? I got a surprise guest. Surprise guest. We have got CB, $5. Time to get into politics, Archie. Your future is in Canberra in the parliament. I got to tell you something. I can think of nothing worse, Timely, than getting involved in politics.
Fuck politics. There's
Actually,
enough politics in watches.
I'm good friends with Jake the Yuppie. He was in politics.
Yeah.
It's a brutal, horrible game. It is awful. And
Well, speaking of games, I've got a fun little game that you might want to play here. So
just quickly, we got Big Tony, $2. You need bear back, Archie. Hey, I've asked him every day. There has not been a day that I've run a show where I don't send a link. I've asked him to come on. He doesn't want to come on. He wants to take some time out. He's not fired. He's not been replaced. He's welcome on any time. For whatever reason, he doesn't want to come on. Yes, sir. You got a game to play. Tell me the game.
I've got a few of my watches here, and I'll put them on camera, and you and the punters can just tear fucking strips off them.
Let's go for it.
All right, give us a second. So, number one should get everyone's blood pumping just because of the brand name, and you'll be able to tear some shit strips right off it. Hang on. Let's see what we got here.
We got Timely. Let's have a look full screen without Timely.
No, you can't. All right, so.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it, man. You don't like it?
No, I like it. I'm just it's a bit of fun here, right? Like,
I love the strap. Is that original strap?
Yeah, it's an original strap.
Oh, nice buckle. How many mils is that?
42.
Your wife got you this one, didn't she?
Yeah.
I love the blue dial.
So that's the first one.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What's wrong with that?
No, nothing.
I love it.
This is the game, right?
Yeah.
So let's get some nasty, vicious comments. So I'm just on the phone, so it's a bit awkward at the moment. That's all. So that's number one. Number two.
Oh, Daytona, and that's with the bracelet that I gave you.
Correct. So that's on the Forstner.
That's a good bracelet.
Nice.
You
it's
like
comfortable. It? Yeah, it's comfortable. It wears different to the Oyster, as in the Oyster feels a bit more rigid. This is a bit more loose, comfortable.
Would you put the Oyster back on ever?
I've put it on a few times just for a bit of a change, because it's not that bad, but this is more comfortable. So,
just very quickly, I got a super chat here. Malik Diamond, $10. Archie, Vacheron Constantin, 56 blue dial, bracelet or leather versus Datejust 41. I got to be honest with you, Malik. I always saw the 56 as a compromise. They were kind of a Clayton's Vacheron. That's the Vacheron you buy when you can't really afford a Vacheron. I'd be honest with you. I'd prefer to go with the versatility of the Datejust, especially if it's a Wimbledon or a nice dial. You know, if you got a nice blue dial or a Wimbledon, I'd prefer to do that. That's the honest opinion there, Malik. The 56, I've always seen it as a compromise. Sorry, that's a beautiful watch. Keep going. I want to
No,
see
you're
the
right.
collection. What else have we got here, Timely? Holy fuck. This is the...
I was actually expecting, not from you, but from some of the punters, some nasty, vicious comments. There's a
What's the
comment,
strap?
something
What's the
that
strap? What strap is this?
this is hang on, I'll because I got the comments up here as well. Zealand. So this is the one that Madman gifted.
Wow. That's the same brand as that Jubilee?
No, the
No.
Jubilee's Forstner.
Forstner, that's right.
So this is
I
20,
quite like it. I
2023.
quite like... Look, I'll be honest with you. I like... It had a sailcloth strap, didn't it, originally?
Yeah, it had the NATO that comes with it. So it wears much nicer on this. It feels so much nicer. This is just like the versatile one you just throw on for an everyday, whatever you like, yeah?
I still like the original. Don't get rid of that.
No, I've got it. I never get rid of them, but it's just uncomfortable. It's just too thick and chunky and doesn't sit nice on the wrist. It's too doesn't flex enough. Like you can't bend it as and get in a comfortable spot. So yeah, come on, guys. I thought you would have
Lovely.
thrown some nasty, vicious fucking comments. I was hoping for a few, to be honest. The next one, here we go. This has got to get a bullshit comment. This has got to get like you fucking old man or some comment. Come on.
Oh, the reverso. That's on the strap I sent you too, isn't it?
Correct. I generally wear it on it. I like it the most on this strap. It goes well with blued hands. So, yeah, this is my favorite. Yeah. Marble columns on the house. Yeah, why not? Right. But yeah, 976. This is the Grande, the big size. So
976.
yeah.
What did you
And
pay
then
for that Grande?
for this one, I got it for 7.8 back in the day. They've gone up since, but yeah, 7.8. That was box papers, everything. It's got
It's a nice
the
watch.
JLC strap. Deploy.
Buckle. Yes.
Yeah. And then the
Okay.
last one, and this can get some nasty comments too, because some people have said you've got the wrong one. You've got the one with the wrong numerals and the small hands.
I think you're just happy to be in a sports Rolex, aren't you?
Yeah, but to be honest, when I looked at this one and I looked at the other of the same reference of the 21470, I actually liked the solid numerals better. At the time, I had a choice. I could get one of it, like either. I could either have this or that one.
Same
because
money?
I had another 1,000, but I had it. Like it wasn't a
Oh,
big
fuck
thing.
that.
But no, but not just that. I actually prefer the solid numerals on it rather than having the loom in it. At night, I guess with the loom, it looks better when you have the other one. But I mean, most of the time when you're looking at a watch, it's not at night. It's not in the loom. And this looks so good when the sun hits it. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
It's got a few wear marks now.
Of course. I hope it does. I mean, it'd be a shame to put that
I don't
away.
baby the shit. So
you have a photo with the whole spread on it?
no, but I can get one.
Because that's
Obviously
I
not
love
the
to
second
see a
because I'm on the
collection.
stream with you. But
We got a super chat from Big Tony. I'd like to hear your comments on this. What's the RRP on a new gold deep sea? They are selling for 100,000 AUD on Chrono 24. What's better for a man with big wrists, AP brick or yellow gold deep sea? And I got to be honest with you, Big Tony. I would say you're better off. You are far better off. Far better off to get a Submariner. That's what I would go for. The Submariner. That's what I would go for. Now these watches, I got to tell you something. Okay, so let's have a look here. I'm going to go to the Rolex website itself, and I've got to tell you something. I don't know whether you can just get anything new that Rolex does is going to be harder to get. Okay, so as far as the deep sea goes, man, it's an amazing watch. However, how are you going to get one? That's what I want to know. How are you? Because the thing is this: these dealers, they treat you like shit. Okay, I'm just going to bring this fucker up on the screen now. We'll just get this fucker on the screen here so we can see what it looks like. It's a beautiful watch. However, I would really say, I think the Submariner, secondhand, you can get a ceramic sub 40,000 Aussie. Do you really have to get the gold deep sea? Okay, that's what I want to know. Do you really have? We can configure one. Okay, let's configure one. Okay, start. Let's have a look here. This is the deep sea. Fuck, it is beautiful. Fuck, it's a chunky monkey. Fuck me, Dad. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a chunky monkey.
You gotta have the wrist for this one.
86,000 retail. Fuck me, Dad. Okay, so it's going. He says it's going for over 100.
Yeah.
You know what? I tell you what, Big Tony, I'd get the fucking Rolex. Fuck the brick. The AP brick, that's been out for ages. The Rolex, fuck, that's a big chunky watch. As long as you're big enough to wear it, please, before you buy it, make sure you're big enough. If you're a dweeby sort of guy,
you got to have the wrist for it. You don't want overhang.
It's got to make sure it's because this is something you keep for life, man.
But there's nothing worse than when you see
they're selling for 100,000. So they're not going for that much over retail. So it's 86,000 Australian.
Yeah,
that's retail. So if they're selling for 100,000, so that's slight premium, isn't it? No, you see it that way?
Yeah.
Oh, 20%.
20%. Yeah, but what about some of the other models Rolex have brought out? How far over have they gone? They've skyrocketed. Some have doubled. So you just make sure you got the wrist for it, mate. 100 should be okay. Just make sure you got the wrist for it. You don't want to be that guy.
I think, actually, I'll be honest with you, Timely, I went and had a, this is why I like to look at this shit. You know what? This is a fucking beautiful, look at this. I can spin this little bitch. Oh, come on. Look at that. Oh, it's got a steel. It's a titanium back.
Okay. Different.
Okay. I wish it was gold. Do you like a titanium back?
Same.
I don't know if
Not
I
really.
like.
If I'm buying gold, I want it all gold. I don't want to. Anytime you change a backing is if it's brass or something, because you don't want green wrists. Not that I like brass watches, but that's the only time I would accept a steel case back. When you're paying this much money.
The question is, okay, this is 86,000, okay? Would you rather have this or a solid gold ceramic?
Solid gold bluesy.
Yeah, I mean, and it's half the money. Half the money secondhand.
Solid gold bluesy for me.
Yeah, I would go, unless you really want, see, this is, okay, it's a big chunky monkey.
Yeah, but if he's got wrists, like, 8.5-inch wrists or something, a solid gold bluesy is going to look like a 36 mil.
Hey, I got a dilemma for you. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
If I was offered a swap, my Bluesy,
yeah,
and my Jaeger LeCoultre master compressor chronograph,
yeah,
for a solid gold ceramic Bluesy, yes, no.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes, only because the dollar value adds up, right? So let's just say 16's what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
So 16 plus the 20 that the two tones worth now gets you to about 35. You can pick up a solid gold between 35 and 40. So you're on the money. You're not losing anything. So if you wanted to do it, I'd say, yeah, you could do it and be comfortable about it. It just comes down to what do you want more?
Good point. I think, look, I love this deep sea. If you're a big fuck off guy and you're going to wear this every day, go deep sea. But if it's just one watch in your collection, I would probably go, I reckon, for half the money, get a pre-owned Bluesy. That's what I would do.
And you got a super chat from CB as well.
Okay, we got another super chat from Malik Diamond. Malik Diamond, $10. Archie VC 56 complete calendar. You know what, Malik? I hate the entire 56 range. Okay? I personally, if I was going to buy a Vacheron, I want bang per buck. I like the Historiques, the 1921. I like the Patrimony series. I love the Patrimony World Time. I like even the Overseas. I hate the 56. It's always been a compromise Vacheron to me. I was going to get the retrograde day date, and that was a retail price of over 80,000 Australian, $80,000. Okay, and I was going to get it for basically less than half. Okay, that's the sort of money I want to spend on my Vacherons. Personally, the 56 complete calendar, I'm not a fan. Okay, I'm not a fan. Vacheron 56 complete calendar. You know what?
Have a look at the price on it.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
The standard 56, not the complete calendar, but if you look at the standard 56, it looks like a fucking Baltic or something.
I know. But look, Vacheron is a great... Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't see the value in this shit, okay? I really don't see the value in this shit. And I'm a value shopper. I'm always looking at the next person who's going to buy a watch, okay? We got
Vacheron,
CB, $5. I would rather get the yellow gold Jubilee GMT. Yellow gold Jubilee GMT. Instead of I think he's talking deep sea. Different genre. Okay, I get it. Rolex GMT gold. Let's have a look. Is he talking about this new one? The new one? Is he talking about that?
Possibly. Not sure. CB, just drop it in the comment so we know exactly.
The blue. I think the blue is the thing I love about is the color. The yellow and the blue. Yellow, gold, and blue goes so well.
Yeah. Just on the Vacheron quickly, right? So back to the Vacheron. To me, when you say Vacheron, what comes to mind? The Overseas comes to mind. Patrimony comes to mind. And what's the sideways was the cushion 1921
history. Yeah, 1921.
That comes to mind when I'm thinking of it. Not the one we're looking at before, the 56. Again, it's like if you were to get that IWC, right? Yep, beautiful piece made by a nice company. It's the full thing where it's the calendar and moon phase, but it's going to be soft when you go to get rid of it after. It's going to be one of them.
We got another super chat. SR Bell 67 $2. AC, would you take having a small cock and yellow gold ceramic? You know, you can't always get what you want in life. You've got to take what you've got. I mean,
there's a song about that, I think.
The reality is, I know a lot of people who wish they were taller, right? They're a bit short. I wish I had a couple. You know what? You can wish all you like, but you got what you got. You know what I'm saying? You can wish all you want, but sometimes in life you've just got to take what you got. You can't get. And we've got Uzi joining us. Hello, Uzi.
Busy. Righto. Speaking of,
We've also got, who else have we got here? We've got let's have a look. I got to be honest with you. This gold GMT, you know what? It just doesn't pop like the Bluesy does. It doesn't. You know what? It just doesn't fucking do it for me. Okay, I'm sorry, CB. I love you, CB, but it just doesn't. I like the green one. Remember they did the green anniversary one, 2011. They did that, right? And I thought that was special. Look, that's it there. That's the anniversary one.
yeah, that's pretty.
Right. That's a terrible photo. I don't like that photo. Is it? But I got to tell you, seriously, I don't even like the green. No, I'm sorry. No. I want the blue. The blue. I got to be honest with you. Fuck, I'm a bit cheesed off. I really like the deep sea we had on before, right? It was a chunky monkey.
Yeah.
But when it's got a titanium back, it's like those gold-plated watches. Remember gold-plated? They always had steel backs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Anti-magnetic, anti-shock, waterproof. Fucking rubbish written on the back.
yeah.
So, all right, sticking with the blue theme here. So, what do you want to do with your JLC and your two-tone? You keeping, or are you thinking about making the swap?
No. Look, I'm just look, I tell you honestly, I really, in my case, I got to tell you this. What I've got to do is this, okay? I have to be careful on my spends, okay? I got to be careful. That's the collection there, right? Have you marked any watches for your kids? Like, I know your children are a lot younger than mine, but have you got watches
I have.
marked?
Yeah. There's a couple of them that are destined to be hand-me-downs. For some reason, I've got a gold Seamaster, vintage gold Seamaster. My daughter's just got her eye on, and she really wants that, so that'll go to her after as well. But out of these ones, pretty much the Rolex and the Reverser, that'll go to my son after, later on down the track. They know they're all going to get them. They're all going to pretty much be hand-me-downs. You know, later with the grandkids as well, probably give them one each or something as well. Split the collection a bit.
Oh, I see.
And again, like what I've got isn't a massive thing. Like there's much bigger collections and stuff out there.
Oh, that's not a competition.
Still,
It's not.
It's
Look,
nice
look.
to
You know
have
what?
something.
I had
a
enough of
legacy.
comparing. You know what? I don't
Yeah.
want to have that conversation anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it, but it's nice to have a legacy, something that you can hand down later on. You know.
Well, for my kids, so one of them, he got the Grand Seiko,
Mm.
and I was going to give the other kid for his birthday. His birthday's in December.
Yeah.
I was going to give him the Speedy, but I decided instead to give him the Tudor because he's more into fitness and he's more active. I thought, you know what, the Tudor would be a better watch for that, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty robust tool watch. You can do just about anything in it. 200 meters water
Now, if
resistance,
I hadn't
anti-shock,
given
all that
those
shit.
watches
So
away, that would be my collection now. What do you think of that?
yeah, it's nice. 100%. What's wrong with that? But still, it's nice that you've passed a couple on to the kids. They do deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I mean, the boys. I
Even
know.
the other
I
two
don't know
kids.
them,
Did
but
you
they'll
know?
cherish it.
Did you know the other two kids? I did
Yeah.
give them a Rolex each.
Oh yeah.
They got a boy-size Rolex each.
Okay. So what? 34 mil, 36 mil.
No, they were like 30. Even a little bit smaller, boy size. Like 30 mil.
32? 30 mil. Okay. What were they? OPs or?
Well, they were both manual wines. Okay, they were both precision.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Precision. Yeah.
And both of the boys asked me to sell them, and they bought other stuff. And then
Okay.
they came back later to me and said, "Hey, I want a watch." And I said, "Guys, you've got one watch. You decided not to keep it. That was your choice."
Mm. And you got super chat, Arch?
We got a super chat here. We got Mr. Bark, $5. Just bought a Seagull 1953 for $200. Money often costs too much.
Yeah. This is the chronograph, right? That he's talking about the pilot's chronograph.
What do you think?
So it was originally a Venus movement that the Chinese did a reproduction on. So at one stage in a trade or whatever, part of the money I ended up getting one. Played around with it for a couple of weeks, and the chronograph second didn't reset at 12. It kept flicking back at all different. It never sat where it's supposed to. Yeah, on the reset, cheap, nasty fucking things. They'll last for 5 minutes.
Timely, can I? Now that you're on the stream, we got a bit of time together.
Yeah.
I got to tell you honestly. I want to tell you the story how I got so many chronographs, okay?
Okay.
So what happened was I was flying really high last year. Like I had money in a term deposit, which is now gone. And I'd sold my Maserati dial and the Patek I had, right?
Yeah.
And I was waiting for the world time. I was waiting for the world time. And I got to be honest with you. I had a nice collection. And so 2 Rolex, Explorer 2 and the Bluesy. I had the Speedy was given to me, right? That's 3 beautiful watches. Then I had the Zenith.
Yeah.
It came up at a bargain price. I paid 4,800 Aussie for it, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Which is pretty good because normally Aussie, they sit around 7-ish.
Then I got the Breguet. The Breguet was 12,750 plus I had to fly down. So I say 13, but it actually was 12,750, okay?
Yep.
And then what happened is, let me explain this to you, okay? Because it's hard to explain, but what actually happened to me was I had these beautiful pieces, and then I was just kind of you're just kind of looking out for the next thing, and I was just waiting, and I actually had said to my friend I would take the Vacheron, and I'll take the Vacheron.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to this. I said, I'll take the Vacheron and I'll also take the Vacheron and the Patek, right?
Yep. I remember this conversation before, yeah. You so got the Patek first, and then a month or so after was supposed to be the Vacheron.
I had to do some repairs on my apartment.
Yeah.
And then the
That's the
JLC
Vacheron.
came up, and I didn't have money, right? So what I did is I gave as security Hock title loan. I put
Yep.
1,000 down, so it was 16.4, and now I owe 10 on it. Okay, to get
Yep.
my Explorer back.
Yep.
And I got to be honest with you, I wouldn't have got myself into debt like that, but it was a different mental mindset at the time. I
Yep.
thought money would come easier, and I got to be honest with you, when I did it, then money started to get harder, okay? And I wasn't making any payments, and that's why I sold the Reverso, was to get the Explorer back,
It's always the
okay?
way though. Yeah.
And then I had the unfortunate thing with my son, and I needed some money. And then, you know what? I now have a situation where I would never have really, if money had been that tight before, I would have never got the JLC Chrono, right?
Yeah.
It's just one of these things. Money's tight, so you have to do what you have to do.
So just quickly, Uzi's trying to jump on. He's saying that before that wasn't him. So
Okay. Well, I don't know if it. Okay. Well, that's fine, Uzi.
so
Jump on and show your
jump on,
face.
show your
Jump on and show your face.
the camera, yeah, and then he'll
Yeah,
let you on
simple.
properly.
Simple. Simple. And that's
That
why
was going to be the compromise there.
that's why I had the super chat over his graphic before, because we didn't see much. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see? I don't know if you saw what happened, but that was just a fuckwit. I've been here. This isn't my first rodeo. Okay. It's not my first rodeo. So what I'm trying to tell you is I had a different mental mindset at the time, right?
Yeah.
Because I look at it and say, how the fuck did I get myself into this financial mess? Right?
Yeah.
And the answer is, Timely, money was much more liquid when I made the decision. Money was more freer.
Yeah. I've
And
noticed as well that super chats flow more freely as well when the market's in a good, better condition. So the same goes for, when it's a buyer's market, you don't see as many super chats across the board with other channels as well. Like it's that time, Archie.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It's you know what I'm actually thinking of doing? Let me tell you honestly, okay?
Mm.
I am seriously thinking about settling on 4 or 5 watches, and that's it.
All right. So if we're going to play this game now, okay, let's have a look at it. So if you had to pick 5 out of 6 here, well, you almost made your own decision there anyway. You could consolidate by the Bluesy and the JLC and getting the solid gold and have 5.
What makes me sad? Can I ask you this? I want to show you something. You know what makes me sad?
Yeah,
is when I look at this photo here. That was my collection, and I wasn't happy.
Yeah, that's silly. I mean, that you should be fucking ecstatic over that.
I don't know, and I sold the Patek, and now the truth is, I think my Patek, the World Time, is much better than this one. Agree?
Agreed, without a doubt.
The Maserati Daytona. You think I'm an idiot for getting rid of it, don't you?
No, not. If it's not your thing, then it's fine to let it. Like, I'm not a two-tone guy. So the Maserati Daytona, and it's a Daytona as well, doesn't really appeal to me. The Bluesy is the only real two-tone that appeals to me for some reason. I don't know. It's just done really well.
Yeah.
So no, I'm for me, out of all of the watches you've got there, probably the only one that I would move on would have been the Daytona. Moved on the Daytona and got a World Time Patek to add to that. And I reckon that would have been pretty near perfect.
Now we've got Uzi. What's Uzi doing now? Is that Uzi? Look, so what's I don't understand. Okay, that's Uzi. He's on now.
Yeah, that wasn't me, dude.
Okay, no worries.
That
No
was one
worries.
of your fucking homies. Listen, that was one of your dudes that's been here for fucking years that did that. So you need to pay attention who you fuck with, because that was not me. Okay.
No, I understand.
Yeah, I'm jumping off. I'm just saying that wasn't me. That was fucked up.
No. Hey, I never thought it was you. I never thought it was you.
Yeah.
I never thought it was you.
Yeah, dude, that's messed up.
Yeah, well, we kind of had it masked. It's okay.
Yeah, that's a creepy motherfucker that did that.
You must admit that was pretty amazing. I don't know if you saw what it was.
Who put their dick in a slinky, Archie? What the fuck?
Oh, fuck me, dude. Would you? Does it work after that? Can I ask you that? Does it work after that? That mutilation, does it work?
Was it AI? Was that AI?
It can't be real. That can't be real. That cannot possibly be real. Okay, it can't be real.
That was not me. So
no. How are you going, Uzi?
Just chilling.
Are you happy in life? Is life treating you well? Tell me that.
I mean, I've been working hard lately, but yeah, I guess. How about yourself?
It has its ups and downs.
That's how it is.
Nothing's ever what it seems, you know? It's just what can you do, man? It is what it is, and I mean, you can only try your best, man. That's all I can say to you. Any of us can only try our best. That's all we can do. Try our best.
Are you frozen right now? I swear you were frozen for a little bit. Or is that my computer?
Maybe.
Uzi, it's just shitty Aussie internet. That's all it is.
Gotcha.
I've actually got the fastest internet you can get. I pay it, but anyhow, that's beside the point. What I wanted to tell you is, Timely, can you please do one photo where you put your watches together? I love looking at collections. You understand? I love this shit. Look at this. Don't you see that?
Yeah,
Timely?
if you want, I'll do something like that for you. That's all right.
There's no rush. I'm just saying, I love it. Really, I look at these collections and I look back and say, why wasn't I happy?
Yeah.
And by the way, I got my money back on that fake box. I got that money back. Look, it was always, I just don't like fake, okay?
Well, it's a luxury game, right? Why would you collect fake? Like, you might as well just buy a wolf box or something for $400, $500 or something, and call it a day.
Timely, I got to tell you, I'll be honest with you. My watch collection, I'm just taking it slowly, okay? I want to get my Explorer back, okay? And what else? What I want to do is just slow down. I don't want to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think the biggest mistake you can make in collecting.
You went through them too quickly.
Yeah, you got to try and, you know, like, I suppose this hobby, this is part of the sickness. That's the hobby. We all want to do things quickly, don't we? You know what I mean? Like,
we all think there's an end game. We're going to get to the collection we really want that we're going to keep, and it never does.
Can I show you another picture that makes me upset? Okay.
Hey, I'm hopping off. I'm going to grab some pizza.
Hey, Uzi, thank you so much, man. We love you. Thank you for supporting the show.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Now take a look at this. Look at this photo here, right? Right? Now, seriously, why wasn't I content? Why wasn't that enough? Why wasn't that enough? Do you understand?
Because
like, look at it this way.
The hobby makes us greedy. We always want more.
But I mean, it's
never enough.
I had this paid off, right? Look at this. 2 Rolex, Explorer, and a
clear
Bluesy.
and free there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I had a Speedy and a Reverso as a steel dress watch. And as a fuck off dress watch and sports watch, I had the Breguet. I mean, seriously, you don't need any more. What more did I need than those 6? Look at that. Did you really need more than that?
Personally, it's perfect for me. Like, I think that's...
I mean, seriously, if a normal person had that as a collection, you'd say, nice watches. Fuck. That's not a poor person's collection. This is a Wow, that's really cool stuff you got
It's
there.
it's never enough. It's never enough. So that's the problem. But then your brain starts saying, "Hey, world time, yeah, Patek. I missed the 5110. I'm known for a world time, so you needed to get a world time." I mean, that's where it's probably started, right?
And then I wasn't happy with just a world time. I wanted the Vacheron as well. And I'm thinking,
Yeah,
what? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? And then I ended up selling the Reverso. And I don't
yeah.
like you bringing up your Reverso one because I say, why did I sell mine?
Oh, okay. Hang on. Um,
Why did I
it's
sell mine? I was an idiot. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
was an idiot. I was an idiot. Okay. Well, actually, I needed the
Well,
money. Okay, I did need the
yeah.
money.
That's. I was about to say.
I needed the money to pay. I had, the circumstances I had. That's not. Um,
Yeah. I'll make you feel better. Hang on. There
yeah.
you go.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I love the Explorer one. By the way, you know what? So that's the one I had. I had the T-Rex hands, right?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I never gave a fuck about Loom. Fuck Loom. Why would
Yeah. No,
who
I
gives?
don't really give two shits
I
for
don't
the
give a
loom
fuck
anyway.
about Loom. I'm as your eyesight goes when you get older. What does any of this shit mean? You know?
True. No, I like when you're wearing it in the sun, how the 3, 6, and 9 shines with this one. It's beautiful. And how they sit on it's a flat black dial. So to me, beautiful. And I've got all the modern, the inner chapter ring is the same as the new. It's got the new loom. It's got the same clasp with the extension on it. I think it's like 3 or 5 mil extension for the hot days. It's
I mean,
all
I look at
same
this
shit.
photo. What the hell's wrong with me? Can I ask you, what is mentally wrong with me?
I don't
Please,
know.
please tell
What,
me what is wrong with me mentally. I mean, this collection here, right?
let's open
Did
it
I
up to
really need the
the
world
punters
time?
in the panel.
Did I need the world time? The paddock?
Yeah, you needed the world time. Just you
But I mean,
needed
okay,
one. You needed
say I added the world time to this.
yeah.
That's
Then you pull
enough.
up stumps. Then you pull up
That's
stumps. You're
enough.
done. Yeah.
That's enough.
You add the
That's
world time
enough.
to that. You grab your bat, your ball, and you go home.
I mean, if I got a rose gold fuck off chronograph, and I got a white gold,
A
a white
Patek was
gold
missing.
world time. What more do you want? What more do you want? And I couldn't. I wasn't happy. I wasn't
Well,
happy.
I'll tell you what. If you ever start to feel like this about your current range, you just put them in a box, send them to my place. I'll look after them for a couple of years, and then I'll send them back to you.
You understand
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, why aren't we
You,
happy? Like, honestly, this collection here. Okay, did I really need to buy the world? I mean, the world time is amazing. Okay, I get it. It's a super. But
yes, you needed the world time. You
can I
needed a
tell you
world
the
time, a
mental?
Patek world
Can
time.
I tell you the mental problems?
Yeah.
When I got the Breguet, I say, it's not a real Breguet. It's not a real fuck off watch. That's just
Yeah.
bullshit. Why do I keep doubting myself? Why do I keep thinking these bad thoughts?
Because you always think that something bad's around the corner that's going to happen. That's just how you are. You've always been that way. When things get good, you always think fucking something's going to ruin it. What I would have, like with this, what you've got right here, yeah, and I understand why you got rid of the Reverso. Yep, no problems. The world time's missing. And like we were saying before, if you got the rose gold Reverso date with moon phase to replace the other one, that probably would have been the go.
I mean,
I
seriously,
reckon.
you understand what I'm saying, don't you? Timely.
Yeah, Yeah.
And what a fucking beautiful collection this is. And then, you know, with this collection, there's no talk of, hey, how about we upgrade the Bluesy to a solid gold? You say, what the fuck? We got a beautiful. What do you mean?
Yeah,
What are
you
you
don't need.
talking about, Willis? What are you talking about,
Yeah.
Willis?
And this is in the Scatola de Tempo box, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 See?
Yeah. Do you need more than that, really?
Nah, not really.
Let's go say goodbye to my son. Just hang on one second.
Yeah, all good. So, what would you guys remove and add from this collection? Probably sure that it's been done to death. But what would you guys replace, or what would you guys just fuck off completely out of what he's got here on the screen? Me, the world time needed to be added, and probably swap the reverse over to a rose gold one. And I reckon that would have been pretty near perfect.
I gotta
But,
be honest
what do you
with
guys
you
reckon?
there, Timely. I don't know what the hell mental problems that I have sometimes. We've got Rich Mitch, $2. Archie has no peace. See,
No
you look at
peace.
this collection here, right? Let me just say this to you. Okay, top row, you got Explorer 2 and a Bluesy. Beautiful. You got a Speedy.
Yep.
You got that's three bases covered. Then as a dress watch, you got the ultimate dress watch, a steel reverso, for fuck's sake. Then, if that's not enough, we've got the world's first automatic chronograph in the Zenith. And then as a fuck off, get out of my way, solid gold sports Breguet. That's it. You don't need any more than that, do you?
No, I'd be happy with that. So the thing is, though, why then do you feel that you need to keep adding?
I want to fill the holes.
And one on the wrist.
Yeah, no, I think realistically, I look at this, I just didn't think the Breguet was good enough. I suppose the problem is, it's like when you're in a car club and you got let me put it this way, you got a second-hand E90 BMW, and all the guys have got like M2s, M3s, M4s,
and their ones start up, yeah.
Yeah,
Their ones
and
actually fire up, not like the one I had, yeah.
And then you kind of say to yourself, you know what? Fuck, you got garbage. Your one is garbage.
Time to upgrade,
and
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the way, you
Yeah.
had an E90, didn't you? It was E90?
Yeah, it was a bucket of shit.
Yeah, but it was a bit old, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was starting to get that way.
How old was it when you bought it? It was over 10 years, wasn't it?
Just on 10 years, I think.
You would have expected another 5 out of it, don't you think?
Well, that's what I was expecting, yeah. I was expecting just to keep it for a couple of years and then upgrade it to something else, but yeah, it gave me some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Seb.
I gotta be
chat from Starchy.
We got JD, GD, AR 20 ARS, Hoard, Possess, and Worship Archie. And we've got Starchy $2. How much do you have in savings right now? 0. I've got credit cards, so I actually have negative savings.
Oh shit.
How much do you have in savings? Well, you've actually got a fair bit. But you understand, don't you?
It's not. Oh yeah, but my savings aren't for watches. My savings are for, like, you know, if there's an emergency or, you know, say for a holiday and shit like that. That's what it's for. It's for that and it's for the kids.
That's the sort of shit I should do, but I'm
cash away for the kids.
I'm not richer than you. I'm just I've got less discipline. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I got less discipline. Okay, it's not about. But I look at this collection and think, why wouldn't this be an amazing watch collection for somebody?
Pretty fucking amazing. I don't know what
But
your
it
problem is.
wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. That's what happens.
Yeah.
We got a
You
super
listen to
chat
people.
from Mida S, £2. What happened to O'Sheen, Bear, Tim Wright? Well, I don't know. Tim Wright had a he's a jerk. O'Sheen
Tim who?
O'Sheen's a bit funny, and Bear is coming back. Bear is coming back. So
I hope Bear does. I really enjoy his shows when Bear's on as well. He brings a lot to the show.
he is a great guy.
He's a cool guy.
You did the shows with me for a while. They are. It's hard doing shows every day.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Timely, I think realistically with the watch collecting, I want to slow down a bit. Just land the, I want to get my Explorer back. That's what I really want to do. Is get my Explorer
I've slowed down now because I've got a nice little thing I can enjoy now. So for me, I'm slowed down, wait a year or so, and then if there's something else that I like, maybe I'll look at, grabbing something. But at the moment, I just like to enjoy what I got, and I reckon you should too. And you got another super chat.
We got another super chat. Starchy. Archie, when are you returning the BMW? Well, Starchy, I've got some serious problems with that car. Okay, for starters, what happened is they let you claim 5 years depreciation in one hit.
Yeah.
Okay. However, if I sell the car, less than 5 years, I got to pay tax on the proceeds.
Yeah,
so not only will I get a lousy fucking price, but I've got a tax liability. And if I bought a new car, guess what? They don't offer 5-year depreciation in one hit anymore. That was a COVID stimuli. So, to answer your question, I'm halfway through the term. And when am I returning it? I probably, at the end of the 5 years, I'll buy it out. Because I think, Timely, it'd be a good car for a couple more years after that. Once it's 10 years, I want to get rid of it, okay?
Yeah. Once
I want to sell it to someone like you.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, someone like me a few years ago, yeah. I've fucking wised up since then, but yeah.
Mind you, the G20 seems to be better than the E90. That 4-cylinder wasn't a good engine. The actual the 323 was the best one.
Well,
or the 325.
I'll tell you a quick story on that, right? So, the reason I had to get another car is because someone ran into me and rode my old car off.
That was the Alfa Romeo.
No, it was a Mazda. Someone ruined it, and so I thought, you know what? I remember when I had the Alfa, it was nice. I'll look for something like that. I thought, fuck it, I'll get a Beamer. And there was this Asian fella that was like businessman. I think he was a Chinese businessman, and he was selling a BMW 323i, the 6-cylinder, nice one, and low Ks, really good condition. I went and seen it pretty much the day after the accident. I went and saw it at night after work.
Yep.
And I said, yep, like it. I'll leave you a deposit. No deposit. Pick up tomorrow. So, well, I'll leave you $1,000 now, and I'll pick it up tomorrow. No. So what he did, the cheeky fuck, was said to someone else, this guy's buying it today, or tomorrow, for this much. You want it, you spend this much. He hasn't left a deposit, and he fucking sold it for more. So before I could even get to the bank in the morning, the car was gone. So there wasn't really much else on the market available at the time. So I went for a nice, clean-looking one that had good service history, and it just fucking crumbled because it was after the 10-year period. But the good news is most of the issues I had with it, I didn't have to pay for because I was a warranty with it. So the only issue for me was I just had to keep going back and had to keep swapping cars. Apart from
And
that,
he got a bit shitty too. The guy
he got a
who
bit shitty because he kept having to fix things on it. So the minute that, you know, everything started to go a bit south,
why does he blame you for that? But
he just got sick and tired of it. I don't think he blamed me. He just got sick and tired of it. So I ended up flicking it before it cost me any money, and just got out of it.
did you lose a bit?
To get a car that I wanted to get after, so I ended up getting a new Mazda 3, like an SP 25.
Yeah.
So to get that, I probably had to throw another like 4 or 5 on top. So I ended up selling the Monaco Caliber 11 at the time to help finance that.
We got a super chat here, Frank the Tank, $5. You will never be happy buying watch with a value mindset. That is a compromised decision. Just JLC Diver and Explorer 2 for the Pepsi you really like. JLC and Explorer 2 for a Pepsi.
Have you thought about a Pepsi?
They're overpriced.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I know you were thinking about it a couple of years ago, and that when you end up buying the sub, you were talking about it. I forgot the name of the guy that you were going to go through. There was someone that was saying, yeah, I can get you one. This is when it was all unobtainable.
Yeah. Look, I think I like the Explorer. That's kind of my...
Well, you've always had one. I mean, I remember you had a Polar, then you had a black one, then you got back into a Polar. I think you've had about 3 or 4 of them, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had a few.
They've come and gone, but you've always had one.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I think it's just one of these things. We're never happy. That's how collecting is. You know what I mean? You sort of, you get into them, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
Super chat, but I can't scroll back far enough to see it.
I got to tell you something.
So
P Clan. Here we go. P Clan's $5. This is a great collection for most collectors, but you are the Pontiff. We hold you to a higher standard.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, fair enough. And
there is some, to me, there is some truth in that. And what I mean by that is all that's missing out of what you've got right here on the screen is a Patek. And you need a Patek. Because you're the fucking Patek king.
What
was it? You had 6 or 7 at one time.
Tell me this, how easy would it be to sell my JLC?
Right now, probably not as easy as you think it is, because it's hard to sell most things, to be honest.
I never thought it was easy.
Look, if you're interested in moving it on and you want me to have a crack at it, I'm happy to help. I'm already doing that kind of stuff for Ian anyway, so...
Yeah, I'm just having a think on it. You know, look, I got a love-hate relationship. Like, I wear it and I love it. But I come on the show, everyone hoses me down. Why can't people just say positive things? Arch, that JLC is fucking amazing. You look like a baller. Why can't they say that to me? You look minted. You look like a baller. You just rock. You're a boss. That's a boss watch, Arch.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Sure.
What the fuck do you give about what other people say anyway?
I know, that's exactly...
Why do you give a shit of the opinions of others, honestly?
Big Tony, $5. Archie, have a 4-piece box. Patek World Time, yellow gold sub, Reverso and a Speedy, and a Pepsi on the wrist.
Sounds like a nice box.
Sounds like
It's
a nice box.
nice collection.
I got to tell you, like, you know, to a normal person, your Hoya, your Tag Hoya,
Yeah.
that's actually quite an expensive watch.
Not bad. For the average man, it is. For a watch collector, it's not.
The question
It's all
I got
relative.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't listen to what other people say. You like it, you've got it, that's it.
Yeah.
It's better
That's why I
to have
still
it
have
than
it.
not have it, don't you think?
Yeah. I like it. I wear it. I enjoy it. I wear it in rotation as much as I probably do the Black Bay and the Railmaster and that. The only watch that gets a hell of a lot more wrist time than those guys is the Explorer 1, and not because it's a Rolex, just because it's more, how do I say it? Like it's very versatile, it's very comfortable. You hardly feel like you're wearing a watch on the wrist. You know, it's one of those ones you put it on and it fits under the cuff of the dress shirt for work. You know, I can wear it out when I'm you know, in the backyard with the kids or whatever. Like it's just, you can do life in it. It's a very
How
easy
is
watch to wear.
photography going? How's your photography going?
I haven't done a lot lately, to be honest. I did there was a track day for bikes, motorbikes, you know, of all different categories and years and so forth. I did a bit with that with the club. I was going to go to I had a job lined up for it, but I ended up getting ill at the time and I passed it on to a friend to do anyway. So just to make sure it got covered. Not too much at the moment, eh?
Would you go mirrorless now?
If I was doing it full time, that was my job, permanent job, yep, I would 100% go mirrorless. But as a hobby, I really don't see the need to do it. If it's just something part-time for fun or whatever.
Well, I had to build a
not so
camera
much.
collection from scratch because all the lenses were taken, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know whether I made the right decision. I went for the Nikon mirrorless, right? I like the retro, but I went for the crop sensor. I didn't go full frame because it's so much lighter.
Okay. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, and it's a bitch to hold on to. You get used to the weight, but it's a bitch at first to hold on to it. You get tired, but
Yeah.
full frame. A lot of, if you go for jobs and whatever in regard to photography, they want full frame.
Definitely want full frame. Do
Yeah,
they
you want
ask
full
that?
frame.
Do people ask that?
Yes, they do. 100%.
What do they say? Full frame?
Full frame. Have you got full frame camera? Yep. No. Okay. Have a nice day. Or yep.
Oh, is
Cool.
that,
All
you're
right. Let's see
joking.
what
They
you can
actually
do.
know what a full frame camera is?
I don't think they do. I just think they think it's a requirement. You got a few super chats banking up here as well. You got GB.
Okay, here we go. We got GB 20 Mex. I own the Polar and Pepsi. I like the Explorer 2 better. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think
I
of that?
totally get it, GB.
And to be honest, right, Pepsi, beautiful watch. The case, the way that it sits like a sub. It's not going to be any different than wearing the sub. I know it's obviously GMT function, but you already have an Explorer 2 GMT. So it's not really going to be anything all that much different for you. You already have a two-tone Bluesy. I mean, you know.
We've got another super chat here. JD 20 ARS. Arch, that JLC is toxic sludge garbage. Dump it.
I wouldn't go there. It's like we were saying the other day, it's not the desirable for the brand, right? It's not the one that everyone goes for. Everyone goes for Reverso or something along those lines, right? It's not their number one high seller. So like a Rolex, it's not like a Submariner, you know what I mean?
Well, they've discontinued that line, I think, the master compressor.
Yeah. So, but it's a fuck off piece. Like it's not. Everyone's saying it's shit because it's not the desirable one, but it's not shit. It's you go and get a solid gold fucking nice big watch like that from a prestige brand. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get a solid gold chronograph Column wheel. It's
I
a
can't do
column
that.
wheel chronograph
Column
as well.
wheel as well, yeah.
Column
I
wheel.
can't buy something like that. It's out of my fucking price range. You know what I mean? Not everyone can do that.
They're expensive. Well, I haven't quite paid it off. It's a lot of money.
See?
Look, we've got watch you are 2 Swiss francs. I said it before and I say it again. Get a 16618. That's the one I had before. That was the gold sub.
Oh, the solid gold.
Yeah, that's the one I had before because that's the pre-ceramic.
Yeah. I know which one, yeah.
The bracelet's shitty. I think I'd
Is
rather stay. I would rather stay with my ceramic bluesy than go to that. Okay.
The bracelet on it, right? Is it the blades, the old clasp?
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
yeah. So it feels a bit flimsy.
Yeah, I don't
shitty.
want to go. And yeah, CB $5. Let's stop bullshitting. We care what people we respect say, but at the end, we buy what we can afford. That's a good point.
Yes, to some degree, but if you buy, the only caveat to that I'd say, CB, is when you buy something because you love it so much and it makes you happy, do you really? I know that when people say something, you're a bit like, it affects you a little bit. But at the end of the day, you buy what you love. That's the thing.
I got to tell you, I want to show you something. I want to get your opinion, okay?
Yeah.
Unbiased opinion, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, go.
Tell me what you think of this watch. Okay, let's not talk prices. It's an independent Merca. Very Calatrava-ish.
Yeah. I'm just go back now. Case back.
Steel.
The case looks like it's from Hamilton, Kentucky.
Nice strap, nice buckle, nice.
Yeah.
Nice sort of, Okay, so what do you think of this as a watch? Okay.
If you like salmon dials, nice. It's like a nice
How much would
everyday.
you say this would cost to buy it?
I'm gonna say
500?
around the. No,
US?
I was gonna say around. US
1,000?
maybe, yeah. No. If we're talking US, yeah, probably about 500 or 600 US.
What do you think? It's beautifully done, isn't it?
I'd say 1,000 Australian. Yeah, blued hands, nice dial. Good. Looks like it's got a good purchase on the crown. Is it something
Manual
I'd wear?
wind?
Probably not because of I'm not a salmon dial guy. If this
Manual
was like
wind?
a white dial or an age dial, yeah, for me, but not a salmon. I'm not a big salmon
Manual
dial guy.
wind?
Yep. What movement?
Don't know.
No idea. Okay.
Garbage. You know how much it is?
No idea.
100 US.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking cheap.
Yeah,
What is it,
but
one of those,
do you really want to own? I'll bring it up for. Do you really want to own a cheap watch? Is that the answer to happiness? Cheap watches? Is that our answer now? We're reduced to having.
I watched last night. No, I watched last night. You did a review on. I can't remember the guy's name, but he had a collection of cheap watches. He had a couple of Seikos, a Timex, a couple of Omega Swatch, fucking things, and yeah, there wasn't really much in that collection that I was looking at going, wow, I'd love that. For the money that you get from that, like if I was new and upcoming and I didn't have anything, just to get your feet wet, would you spend the money on that, or would you get something a little bit more vintage that you can get something from a bit better of a brand that you get a bit of resale on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And you got a super chat from Big Tony. We'll get into a Big Tony. It's all good. So you got a super chat, Big Tony, $5.
Big Tony, $5. How much more cash would you have to raise for the 5-piece collection just mentioned in my previous super chat? So he's saying 4-piece, world time. I got the world time. Gold sub. Reverso and a Speedy and a Pepsi on the wrist. Well, I think if we liquidated some of the pieces, we could do that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Just see who this is. Just turn your camera on what you are for a minute, just so we know who you are. Just
Give you a
Adam.
quick
Hello?
opinion, then. Yeah, hi Ars, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's this?
Watch CR. I streamed for you for Watches and Wonders. You weren't there. You can ask Bluesy. Listen, I'm going to make it very quick and dirty. You're trying to hunt for bargains, okay? You want to have bang for buck. You should get a 16618. The bracelet being shit is bullshit. The only thing that's bad about the bracelet, as far as I understand, is the clasp. And you get these for a very good value. And also, that's a sweet spot. Think about it. Compared to BMWs, compared to Porsche, this is not the old timer. This is sort of the young timer, the neo vintage stuff. So you sell your Bluesy, you sell your whatever, your JLC, whatever it is, not the reverse or the other one, and you get this, and you get back into the mood and think about it. You got a full gold Submariner, you got an Explorer steel as a GMT, you still got your Reverso, you still got your Omega Speedmaster. And then you can talk about the gunshot wound, whether you want to sell that and get a real El Primero or you keep it because you like it. That's the only thing I wanted to say, man.
Hey, no worries. I understand what you're saying. Good point. Very good point. I understand what you're saying, but I got to tell you something. I really don't know whether I already had one of those before. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that the video in the pool and everything. You got the video where you did the review and you told the guy with the Ferraris and whatever to stick the middle finger to the rooftop. That's why I'm saying it. It's bang for buck. It's what you're looking for, number one. And number two, it's way cooler than the ceramic if you can just live with that clasp. Because as far as I
And
understand, it's the center links are all solid, right? And I mean,
and
there's different
and number
variations.
three, I'm gonna have to jump off you guys because I've got a couple of things I need to go and sort out. It's been fun hanging out, Paul. Thank you very much. Everyone
Hey,
in
man.
the
Thank
chat,
you
thanks,
so much
guys.
for coming on, man. Thank you
No, all
for
good.
coming on.
Happy to help. Seb, Nelly, you've got the email. Just email me your phone number or whatever, and we'll organise something. Yeah. Everyone else, thank you very much. Have a good show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was great having you on, Timely. Absolutely fantastic. And I got to tell you, man, it's always good to be here. Let me say that to you. What you are, tell me this. What watches do you have? Tell me, what do you have now?
Man, I did a review with you a while ago under a different name and you gave me full shit. So I'm going to tell you my collection at another day, and it's also pretty late. But apologies for not showing my face. But I honestly mean it. I think if you can live with the clasp, I think that would be so you, that watch. And think about it. I mean, I know
Yeah,
you
I
love
had
the
one
Bluesy.
before, but sometimes you can't go backwards. You got to go forwards.
Yeah, but I mean, everything you're doing is kind of going backwards, right? With the reverso, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, right? But I mean, again, you have to know what you like and what you don't like. But I think it checks a lot of boxes. It's bang for buck, and in my opinion, it's way cooler than the ceramic, right? If you think about what that watch says about you, if you get a ceramic yellow gold, whether that's 40 or 41. I mean, every fucktard got one of those, right? All the crypto bros, everyone who had a little bit of real estate and made a little bit of money, they bought that watch. And it's up to you to tell me
What's
whether
your
you like it.
grail? What's your grail watch? Tell me this.
It's really, really boring if I tell you my grail. I think my grail is a 6263 oyster case exotic dial Daytona. But yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okie dokie. Why do you think it's not going to happen? Tell me that. Why is that?
Well, did you check the price tag? I mean, you're going to end up at 200K or so. And if
I
you
know,
and
I
and
know.
and thing,
But what you
listen,
could do is, you could do as a compromise, you could get a two-tone Daytona modern one.
no, I got modern Daytonas. That's not the point. Listen, the thing is, 6 digits is easy. I know 5 digits, I would say more or less quite well. I know how they need to come, how they need to look like in a set, the box, the warranty cards, and all that stuff. But the 4 digit, I mean, I don't have to tell you that you're the Pontiff, right? But the 4 digits, true vintage, you really need to know what you're doing. And you can't even go to an auction. You can't forget about Phillips, Sotheby's, all these guys, they're going to fuck you over. So listen, one, it's a big price tag. It's not in my budget for now, definitely not. And even if it would be my budget, you really need to know what you're doing, right? So the only thing you could argue about is to say, listen, if you have the money, you just buy a 4 digit Daytona that's not an exotic dial, and then you sort of worry about the dial at a later point in time. But quite frankly, I mean, that's just kicking the can further down the road, right? So, and I honestly, I'm a huge fan of the 6 digit Daytonas. I think the 116 series, I think they're spot on, right? I mean, you get some vintage DNA, you get everyday wearability, you got the new clasp and stuff. So that's where I would go with the Daytona. But with the sub, again, I think that could be it, right? And I think in Swiss francs, right? In US dollars, different story. But I think in Swizzies, the 16618, they start in Japan around about 22, 23K. So you add another 10% to 25K US. And if I compare that to current production ceramic full gold, what do they retail for? I don't know, 40,000 US.
Yeah.
So
I know
sounds
what
to
you're
me like,
saying, but I tell you honestly, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. We've got a super chat. I got to grab this super chat. Big Tony, I could do that. Big Tony, if I swapped and horse traded, I could probably. Let me explain it to you. Let's bring up the picture. I'll bring it up on the screen. I'll show you what I could do here, right? Okay, so this is the collection now. Let's get it up on the screen. So we've already got the world time. Okay, done. Boom. Gold sub. All I would do is I would sell or trade the Bluesy and the JLC. That'll pay for a gold sub. Done. Then we got I don't have a reverso, but if I sold the Breguet, I could turn that into a very nice, maybe a steel reverso or maybe a gold reverso. Done. Speedy, I've already got. And a Pepsi on the wrist. Well, you know what? I would sell the Zenith and put those funds towards a Pepsi. So I'd probably be short 20,000 Aussie. There you go, Big Tony. 20,000. We got another super chat from CB. $5. Old gold sub is a classic old farts retired boomer. Boomer. Ah. Jeez. Good point, CB. I never thought of it that way. He's right. What do you think of that?
you're asking me, Archie?
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard my audio is bad. I think it's a sweet spot. I mean, if you look at the previous series BMW, right? Previous 4 series. Right now, they look a bit funny.
Hey,
But give it,
can I ask you something? Can I show you something quickly?
I have to go in 5, but yeah, sure. It's quite late here. It's almost 3 o'clock.
Yeah, because what I wanted to ask you is, right, with BMW itself, right, I want to show you, I found my dream car.
Okay.
This is the dream car. Because you know what happened with me? I'll tell you what happened. I wanted a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Then I said, hang on a minute. Those are unreliable. Let's go for an Audi R8. Then I said, hang on a minute, let's go for a Porsche 911, even more reliable. I can't afford a 911, so I went for a Boxster. Hang on a minute, I went and sat in a Boxster. I'm too fat to enjoy it. It's too small and too low. So then I said, you know what I really want? I want a Bentley. And I thought, what's better than a Bentley? A Rolls Royce. You know a Rolls Royce? You know Rolls Royce, don't you? And
Heard
then I
about
thought,
them?
hang on a minute, the service costs will kill me. This is my dream car. What do you think of this?
What is this, an 8 Series convertible?
You betcha. It's an 840i Cabriolet, man. Look at it inside. Look at this. Cabriolet. And guess what? It's got the cognac Napa leather wood. It's got a crystal knob. I like a crystal knob. It's got
Yeah, but
real buttons. Real. Look at that. Look at that. This is
Yeah.
this is amazing. Look at this car.
9 out of
And
10
the guy
people.
who owned it before was listening to ABC Classic FM. This is a classy fucker. This ain't no cheap fuck heister. This was a classy fuck who owned this car before.
Well, it was
Look at that
listening to
crystal knob.
Classic FM. He was probably wearing the old fart sub as well. But listen, 9 out of 10 people will confuse this car with a 4 Series convertible. So I don't
Who
see the
cares?
added value. I mean, it's a bit
Actually,
bigger.
you know what? Second hand, it's the same price as a 4 Series.
With Arch, yeah. Listen,
second
my
hand, but it's an
opinion.
8 Series. It's the flagship. Do you understand that?
I do. Well, the real
You know what
flagship
this
is
is?
the. I do, but it's not an M8 competition, right? But hey, what I would do
But you
with
don't
these
want
types
that.
of
This has
cars.
got the 6-cylinder. This is enough horses in this baby here. 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo, twin scroll turbo.
Yeah, I mean the inline six is beautiful, but then again, I rather have an inline six in a 3 or 4 series where it was, basically famous for. And this has a lot more weight to lift, right? This is like a Bentley GT. Like I wouldn't buy a Bentley GT if I had the chance to, because I mean, listen, hey, this is all stuff we don't need. This is all irrational,
You know what? The guy who
exuberance.
drives this car here would wear a Jaeger LeCoultre solid gold and says, I don't give a fuck about depreciation. Do you understand that?
Sure, but are
He
you that
doesn't
guy?
care. You know why he doesn't care?
Tell me.
Do you know why he doesn't care? Because he's a boss.
Arch, my opinion, modern BMW, you try to get, I don't know how it is in Australia. Here in Europe, you can get pretty good discounts. You hassle your way in and you get a pretty good deal. So in the best case here, if you have a good fleet discount, you can lease a car, and depending on the market situation, after 4 years, you sell it and they even give you money back. That's a perfect scenario. Other than that, you try to come out flat. But of course, you can put money down and buy this after depreciation. But I don't like to have that risk, because with my luck, you buy this thing, you get in the car, and half a year down the road, the engine's gonna blow up, and then what, right? So I would do a lease like you did, but without them fucking you over. Next time, you need to fuck them over.
What would you do? I'm asking you, what would you do? I reckon this is a magic car. This is probably one of the greatest cars there is. You understand that?
Yeah, if you like GTs, right?
Well, what's wrong with GTs? GTs are great, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, if again, this is none of that stuff is anything you or I need or anyone needs, right? If you like GTs, if you want to do an 8-hour road trip and you don't want to be super fast, but you want to have a comfortable ride with enough power, then sure, go for it. But for me, this is the weight to power ratio in that car is just not something that appeals to me, and particularly in that series. in that generation, I think the 4 Series looks very similar to the 8 Series. Of course, it's not an 8, but it's very, very similar. And
But what
again,
does that make the 4 better then? Why is the 4, is it makes the 4 better, or what are you saying?
no, but it's just way cheaper.
This
I
is
mean,
a
look at this.
pre-owned one. If you're buying it pre-owned, it's about the same price as a second-hand similar age
Okay,
4 Series.
I didn't do that comparison. I didn't do that one. Yeah, sure. If it's the same price, you can think about it. But
Would you
yeah,
rather get an 8 or a 4?
I don't know. I mean, for me, the 4 is more than enough. In my honest opinion, the 4 is even too big. What I'd like to have is a 2 Series that comes with the same build standard inside than the 4 Series. Because if you think about it, the 2 Series today is probably as big as the 3 Series used to be a couple generations back, right? I don't know, the
Yeah, you're right. You're
E46 was,
actually
yeah,
exactly right. And I got to tell you
yeah,
something. I just got a super chat. I just got a message from Sirocco. He's driving this, an AMG Mercedes.
yeah.
Look at that.
C63 years S or whatever, yeah.
I think it's an E63. I'm not sure.
Oh,
E
E. Okay,
or
sorry, yeah.
yeah, beautiful car. He's driving that around. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Arch,
I
I
got
talked way more than I needed to. I just want to let you know, I really think you should think about it 16618. And I'm sorry, but I got to run.
Hey,
Um,
that's okay, man. Love you. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your thoughts.
Thank
We got
you
another
and
super
take
chat.
care. Bye bye.
GB20 Max, big boy. Why not a loaded Prado? Better fit and usable. I want a Grand Tourer. Lower, 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 lower. Prado's a great vehicle. I actually wouldn't mind. I had a friend of mine who had a Fortuner. I had a girlfriend who had a Fortuner. CB, $5. Archie, the 840 has the poor man V8 engine. CB, I think the 6-cylinder is enough power. I think that's more than enough. The B58, great reputation. It's proving to be very popular. I think that's the way to go. I think that is the way to go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think is the better way to go. It's the way I would use it. So, yeah, I think that's the way to go there. I got to tell you something. I love these cars. Love the Pontiff. You know, the person who drives that 8 Series, he'd be wearing a JLC in gold. He doesn't care. Doesn't care what the punters say or do. He doesn't care. Does not really care. I don't think they really care that much. And I got to tell you something. Maybe it's time to realize that sometimes in life you have to get the things that make you happy. Happy chappy. You need to get things that make you happy chappies. Because let's face it, if you're not going to get happy, you're just going to be miserable. You've got to be happy. This is the whole thing about life. You've got to be happy. And let's go and have a look at some dream watches there. CB, $5. Archie, a 6-cylinder BMW sounds like a lawn mower. I get it. I get it, CB. Doesn't make it easy for me, does he? He does not make it easy for me. He does not make it easy. Let's do some dream shopping. I want to do some dream shopping now for you people. Dream shopping. Let's go and have a look at this is one of my favorite watches. I fucking think this is better than a gold sub. This is the beautiful green day. Oh, Look at that fuck off box. Look at the dial. Now, how the fuck could you not love that, baby? Look at this watch. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. What a fucking amazing watch. What else would I look at? Okay, let's have a look at some gold subs here at David SW, because I got to tell you something. The important thing with these gold subs, let's go Submariner. Submariner. We want the mariners. Submariners. Submariners. Mariner. See the twos, tones. They're still holding up well. Look at this. Fuck, that is it. 34,000. Look at that. I think that is a beautiful fucking, you know what? I'd fucking love to have one of these in America. I'd get myself an 8 Series BMW and fuck it, you can be a man about town. That's all you need. What more do you need after you got that? Seriously, what more do you need? If you had that, that's it. I got to be honest with you. I don't think you need anything more. It's... I don't see what more you need, okay? I would be seriously, okay? I'd be seriously looking at this stuff. Okay? You want to have fun in your life. That's what you want to do. And man, this would be enough for you. This is enough. This is all you need. And I got to be honest with you. I would really like this. I think this is the best way to go. I don't see this as a problem, really. You know that? I really don't see this as a problem. This would be the greatest watches you can have. What more do you want in life? I think it's enough. I don't think you need more. And I got to be honest with you. CB was saying, go for the GMT in gold. No. CB, $5. Two-tone sub, 6-cylinder. Gold sub is a V8. And what's a JLC solid gold say? 4-pot. 4-pot. Two-tone sub, 6-cylinder. You gotta love LCB. You gotta love LCB. That's for sure. You gotta love the CB. You do. You do. You do. You do. You do. Yes, sir. This is the way it goes. The CB. Now let's have a look at some other amazing bits. What other things do I like here? Let's have a look. What else they got? Let's have a look. Oh, fuck that dial. Look at the dial there. Look at the dial. Nice. Look at the bracelet. Fuck, that's a nice looking watch. Fuck, is that a nice looking watch? It's beautiful. Hey, Nave. Where you going? Nave. He's gone. My son's gone. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. I got to be honest with you. There's some beautiful stuff he's got. Let's have a look. What would I really... Oh, fuck. Would I go white gold? See, is that stealthy or what? See, to me... Is that stealthy or what? It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh, I'd prefer the yellow. I think I'd prefer the yellow. I'm sorry. I prefer the yellow. Okay. I'm superficial. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say there. It's Smurfs. He's got sorry, he's got a look at that. That's 41. Fuck. 41. That's nice. Bumblebees. Oh, that's the new 40. See, is the difference between 40 gold and a 41? It's a beautiful watch. It's beautiful. I love them. I love them, man. I love this sort of stuff. I really do think this is special stuff. And the reason I say that is because I really do think these here are perfect choices. These are perfect choices for people who are keen. See, that's what I think. If you're keen to have nice watches, this is the way to go. And I kind of think my own opinion on this is that I kind of think many of these watches themselves here are just statement pieces. Man, you can really enjoy this shit. Solid gold or two-tone. Fuck, it just pops. It pops. It just pops. And I got to be honest with you. I really do think these watches are nice. I love them. I really do love them. What I love about watches is this can be like a little, it tells you about so much about the person who's wearing the fucking thing. Okay? Are you a charlatan? Are you a good guy? Are you a bad guy? Are you a playboy? Are you a, this tells you so much stuff about the person. And I've got to be honest with you. I really do think this is a great way to go. Okay. I think you can't go wrong with this sort of shit. Okay. Why do I say that? I tell you why I say that, because there are so many good watches there that just, they just tell you so much about the soul of the owner. Let's have a look here. We've got another super chat. CB, $5. Go against the grain. Get the gold with the black dial. I don't know if I got the bigger balls to do that. Would you do that? A black dial. Let's have a look. Can we see? Because they're a little bit cheaper. The solid gold with the black. Let's have a look. Can we see any? Let me have a look. Just having a look. No, I don't think he's got any. See, these are older submarine. Oh, look at that stubble one. That's a 31. Fuck. See, that's not cheap, really, is it? Hey, that's no longer the sweet spot. The deep sea. Has he got a deep sea solid? Let's have a look. No, he doesn't. No, that's only new. Deep sea solid. Because they did the Sea Dweller. You could get that as a two-tone. Remember the two-tone? You could get that. There we go. That's actually a fucking amazing watch. I think that's amazing. I really do think that's an amazing watch there. Two-tone Bumblebee. Look at that. Fuck. It's impressive. These are impressive watches. Chunky fucking monkey, 43 mil. You don't need more than that. Helium escape valve. Fuck me dead. This could go down faster. This could go down to the Titanic. Incredible. Look at that. Fucking hell. And then we had, what else did we have? They got a Pearl Master? Have a look at a Pearl Master. They got a Pearl Master. Oh, fuck. Nice watch. Let's have a look. What's he got? Yachtmaster. Yeah, I love the Yachtmaster 42, but I think if you want swagger, you gonna get the swagger. Let's have a look. Cellini. What's he got in Cellini? So I kind of like. Oh, nothing in Cellini. Fuck. Okay. Accessories. What's he got? Rolex accessories. What's he got in accessories? Oh, a bracelet. Fuck, they're expensive, but okay, fair enough. Fair enough if you really want one. Geez, he's got some nice pieces. See, I tell you honestly, I think, see, this is the whole thing about Rolex. You always come back to it. Will Money, $2. Archie, what watch gives off the charlatan vibe? Charlatan vibe. That's a good question. What watches give you off the charlatan vibe? I would say watches that give off charlatan vibe. Charlatan vibe. That's an interesting thing. What watches give off charlatan vibe? Charlatan vibe. Fuck, I would say charlatan. You know, most of them would be two-tone bluesies, wouldn't they? Two-tone bluesies. That's the charlatan vibe. That's the vibe, man. That's the vibe to go for. That's where I'd be going for charlatans, wouldn't you? Where do you think the charlatans are? Where would you go? I really want to go for a nice. I got to be totally honest with you guys. I really think a good watch is part of a man's vocabulary. In my own case, I want to get my Explorer back and just slow down. That's what I want to do. I want to get my babies back. I want to get my babies back. You know, I quite like the JLC. I do. I like it. I like it a lot. It's my gold chronograph. It's special. I like it quite a lot. And you've got to buy things that make you happy. Put a smile on the dial. That's what you want to do. That's what your man's got to do. What a man's got to do. Baba-boo, 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 baba-boo. It's got to go with what makes you happy, guys. That's the basic, the truth of the whole matter. There's no point going for things that make you miserable. We got another super chat here. P-Clan, $10. P-Clan, $10. What's he saying? I just want to have a look. What's he got into? Let's have a look in JLC. Let's have a look, guys. Let's shop. Watches. Oh, we want to go Jaeger-LeCoultre. Let's have a look what he's got in Jaeger. Let's have a look. What's he got in Jaeger-LeCoultre? See, sometimes you look at these watches and you realize what a great watch you've got. Oh, that's a master compressor. Oh, that's a Memovox. Here we go. We got a super chat. P-Clan. What a great Rebel stream last night against your main show by your good friend OC. Saw a lot of your supporters over there like Fella and Rolex. He must be running more entertaining content than you. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes they run against me, sometimes they don't. It's just the way it goes. I mean, what can I do? What can I do? You know what, guys? It may be the end of the road. That's right. The train might be coming into the station soon. Okay? What do I do then? Well, you can only try your best. You can only try your best. There's not much you can do. Try your best and give it a squirt. That's it. Not much more, not much less. So, I mean, that's all any of us can try, really. We give it a shot and we see how we go. You know, this YouTube business, it's not always easy. It's not always easy. There's always somebody ready to knock you off your perch. That's just how it goes, I'm afraid. There's always somebody to knock you off the perch. They want to knock you off like a parrot. They knock a parrot off its perch. You know, this is the reality. This is the reality of show business. And I mean, hey, what can I do? Not much. Not much you can do. There's not much you can really do. You just try your best. That's all you can do. And I mean, hey, you jump in the car and you drive. That's all you do, guys. That's all you can do. That's life. That is the way it goes. That's just how it is. That is just how it is. And so, you know what? In my own case here, I'm trying to run a show. I try my best. I try my best. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you don't. That is just how it goes. So, you know, what is the answer then? Well, there's no real answer. You just got to try your best and keep going. It's really how it is, man. That's all I can say. You know, I was thinking about going to America. Maybe I won't be going to America because the business is tough. And I don't really want to spend money going. I don't really want to go to America. You know, it's going to be damn fucking expensive. Let me tell you this, guys. Let me tell you this. For me to go to America, it's not cheap. Okay? It's definitely not cheap. And that's the problem. I got to look at things and say, do I want to keep doing this business? And, you know, it's difficult. So I'm going to go to New York. New York. There's or NYC, all airports. Okay, travel dates. So we're going October. So we made it the 17th to the 24th. Stay a week. Let's search for flights. Let's have a look at how much does it cost me to go to America. Let's have a look. Let's have a look the feasibility of this, because I got to be honest with you, it's not as cheap as you think. Okay. We've got Air Canada, $1,700. That's not bad. Brisbane to New York. Wow, that's not bad. It's not bad. $1,700. Okay. And then if I want to stay in New York, what's it going to cost me to stay in New York? Let me tell you this, $500 a day. It's expensive, very expensive. And that's the thing with it. Sometimes the business, you got to know when to hold them and you know when to fold them. Sometimes it's best not to go if it's so expensive to go to America. I don't know if I'll be going. It's expensive. And, you know, I've done America 2 years in a row. 22, 23. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes. Because sometimes in life there definitely is no certainties. There's no certainties. Nobody guarantees jack shit. We're not guaranteed anything anymore. We got a super chat. CB, $10. Like all of us in business, we have highs and lows. But the Pontiff will survive all other channels because he is the OG. The OG. That's right. That's exactly right. It is a tough business. The watch market can be tricky. Things aren't always easy. They're not always easy, but you try your best. That's all any of us can do. That is all any of us can do. What can we really do in life? Not much. You can only try your best. That is the only thing we can do. I got a super chat from Thomas Burnett, £2. Best tuner by used for same money, a Harrods or a 925? So the 925 is the silver one. The Harrods is the green one. You know what? Thomas, I'd probably just go for I like the burgundy. Okay? I like the burgundy. They're cheap as chips. I think the burgundy Tudor is a great watch. I think that's a really nice watch to have. And that's what I see as good value is that would be the best value. The silver, I don't know if the silver is going to really catch on. It goes a bit funny. I know they said it's an alloy. Not a big fan of silver. Out of those two, Thomas, I'd go Harrods. Harrods. I'd go for the Harrods edition. The Harrods edition. That's what I would be doing there. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So, what do I see myself doing with the watches? You know, for me, the watches have always been a cornerstone of my sanity. The watches are really, 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 really important. They're important to me because without the watches, it's kind of like a big core interest to me, the wristwatches. I like them. I really do like them. I like them a lot. I do. I bought them because I like watches. I love watches. So, we've got OC on the screen. We have the original, the greatest, the OC. How are you?
Doing pretty good, Arch. How you been?
Hey, man, what's going on with you?
I heard you talking about your collection. Are you thinking about? We did this whole stream earlier today, a 4-hour stream. We were talking. We went through everybody's collection who jumped on the panel, and we forced people to consolidate and basically sell anything that was extraneous. Basically, strip down only to the core. And I think you got some stuff in your collection if you really, really thought about what you have, what you really love, and what you really wear. I think you could get down to easily 5 pieces, maybe even 4 if you tried really hard. Do you think you could? You think you could?
You know what? Sometimes this is an interesting proper. So this is the box. Now, the only one that's missing is the Explorer 2 because I've got that on a title loan. It's a title loan, OC. Title loan! Interest-free title loan. I got to be totally honest with you, OC. I think I should not have got the JLC in gold. I don't know why I did it. Well, I can tell you why I did it, because I got carried away with the romance of the piece. You know what I mean? I fell in love with it, okay?
Beautiful watch in person. Yeah, beautiful watch in person. Looks great. No doubt about it. But there's a lot of stuff in here that could easily go. I'd like to see some super chats naming the 2 or 3 pieces that should be booted out of this collection, because I definitely have my own thoughts. But
I got to tell you, for starters, there's far too many chronographs, okay? I tend to say, you know what? We would keep the keepers, I think, in the collection. The 3 keepers. 4 keepers, okay? 4 keepers. World Time. Bluesy. Breguet. And the Explorer 2. 4 keepers. Okay? And I got to tell you, I think the JLC, as good as it is, I don't know if you need 2 luxury chronographs. You have the JLC or the Breguet. I don't think you keep both. Then you've got the steel. You keep the Speedy or the Zenith. They're very, they're kind of very iconic watches. People hate the gunshot wound, but I think in life, in real, when you see it, it actually pops. Tell me what you think, OC. What would I be best to consolidate?
I gotta say, this is one of like when I first started watching you in 2020. That was the era of the 5 paddock collection. Remember that? You had
yes. Yeah.
So I always associate you with the Calatravas and the Patek Philippe's. So and your collection is very, very
what's wrong with those paddocks these days? You know what's wrong with them, don't you, OC? They're fucking expensive.
Yeah, at retail they're very expensive, but in secondary they're quite affordable. But I see, if I were to pick 3 watches for you to keep of this out of this box, it'd definitely be the Patek Philippe World Time. I like the Speedmaster for you. I just think it sits on the wrist really well. Yeah, and the third one I think is really tough. I definitely would get rid of the Tudor. I fucking hate Tudor.
My son. The son, the Grand Seiko, and the Tudor. They're my son. So they're just stocking filler. That's box filler. Okay.
I say the Zenith Open Heart. I know you have a soft spot for it, but that's gonna go. I even think the Bluesy should go and just keep the Explorer, the Polar Explorer. So the World Time, the Omega Speedmaster, and the Explorer. And you could get down to that 3, and I think you could add something different. I think all the rest of this can go.
What's happened to Buckley? Have we had any updates with Buckley? Has he sold the paddock yet?
He's not. He's being encouraged by many, many people not to sell the Patek Philippe 5396.
It's a lot of money for a young man to have, but
Yeah, but I think he's achieved something that very few people have been able to achieve as young as he is, getting a proper dress watch with a complication from the preeminent brand in Swiss luxury horology. So I think he should keep it. Would you advise him to keep it or sell it?
Look, it depends on his personal circumstances. Like if the problem is, if he wants to get a house, or there's so many that I've been there. Kids are expensive. You got to pay for this, pay for that. it's a difficult choice to make. But look, I would love him to keep it, but I don't think he will. I think eventually, because he is a flipper. He has flips. I mean, I love the guy. The guy is really cool. You know, he's a lovely guy. But I'm just concerned that he may not have the same understanding. You know what I mean? He may not have the same desires that me or you have. See, we know we're a mature mindset. We're over 50. Me and you are over 50.
That's right. We're about the same age.
And, you know, we've gone through many ups and downs. But I got to be totally honest with you. I think it would be wrong for us to put our moral pressure on him, because he is a young man. And, you know, when you're a young person, you've got, like, I had a president years ago. I sold it. I actually had it a couple times. And I got to tell you, sometimes in life, I've got to be honest with you. You can't always get what you want. You've got to sometimes sell these things. There is no easy answer. And I would love to I really would love to see him keep it, but life ain't always like that. Man, I got to tell you, one thing is I want to ask you is, OC, is the world time. You were considering a world time. That talks fell through, I think, didn't they?
Correct. I was
What
looking
went
at a
wrong?
5230P, which is the platinum world time with the blue dial. Absolutely gorgeous watch. I've decided against it, but I am making moves in my collection. Within the last 2 days, I have liquidated 3 pieces
Holy
from my
shit!
collection.
What have
Yeah.
you liquidated? What have you liquidated?
I've gotten, and nobody's watching, right? How many
No,
people?
nobody.
Yeah, nobody's watching. I've gotten rid of the two-tone Bluesy, which is beautiful, the 126613 LB, which is the current generation two-tone Bluesy.
Oh, the
It's gone.
41 mil.
41, sub 41 two-tone Bluesy, beautiful watch, but I don't wear it, and I got offered a great price for it, so it's gone. Also, the Batman Returns is gone. The Batman Returns, which I also outfitted with a Jubilee bracelet, so it could be switched between Oyster and Jubilee. I sold it with both bracelets.
You sold
Sold
it
with
with
both
both?
bracelets. With both bracelets, yeah. And the Oyster bracelet was completely unworn, brand new, because I had taken it off immediately, and I purchased a new Jubilee bracelet for it to convert it. It was by Arch. I converted it from a Batman Returns to a Batgirl. So that one's gone. And then the last one to go, I have to say, is my black dial steel Daytona, the 116500 LN. That one is gone.
Did you get rid of the Midas? The Midas is the Midas on the chopping block?
The Midas and the Texan are not on the chopping block immediately, because those have actually appreciated in value, and more people are Rolex vintage and liking those kinds of pieces. So even though those are safe queens and I don't wear them that often, those are safe for now. But other things, everything else is on the table. Nothing is off the chopping block. So even the Platinum Day Date is under consideration to be liquidated, and we have some new pieces coming in. So, you know, you will see within the next, few weeks or upcoming months, some big pieces being added to the collection. OC's moving in a different direction. It's time to get serious. And we've got to stop. You can't have watches in your collection just sit there gathering dust. If they're not being used and you can put that money to better use, then definitely that's something you should be considering. Because the watches are still going down, right? Let's be honest. The watches are depreciating by 1% to 2% per month. The market has not turned around. Unless you have a Daytona or a GMP, they're not selling for over retail. I think
even some of the hype watches are coming down. Like some of I think the Pepsi is coming down. And the thing is this: when I say it's coming down, you may not see these reflected in Chrono 24. But if you went to a dealer and actually wanted to get out of something now, you would be offered substantially less than 6 months ago, 12
Yeah.
months ago.
Chrono 24
And,
is basically a complete racket right now. It is basically
Well,
a
I don't know if I don't know if look. I don't think Chrono 24 is trying to deliberately mislead people, but you got to remember, Chrono 24 is what people are wanting to sell. They are not completed sales. That's what they're hoping to get.
right.
Okay. That's like if you go to a car yard and you see cars for sale. That doesn't mean that car is 20,000. That means the dealer wants 20,000. He won't
right.
give you 20 if you've got the exact same one. He has to, you got to do it backwards. You got to look at it backwards. Now, the thing is, I've got to be totally honest with you. The watch market itself, I don't really look at the watch market as an investment vehicle. I don't see watches as an investment. However, you've got to be aware, got to keep an eye on the costs and that there. Now, in your own case, you've got to, what do you want to streamline? I'll be honest with you. In my own case, I enjoy a lot of my watches. I love wearing a nice luxury watch. I've always loved wearing a luxury watch.
Yeah. Are there some of these that you don't wear? Some of these that you don't wear though?
Look, I often, with the precious metal, I think, oh, can I damage it? So I often end up wearing steel. Does that make sense?
No.
That's
Does not.
ridiculous.
Stupid.
Stupid. Because when we're dead, we're dead. Enjoy your stuff.
Yeah. Why would you not wear a beautiful gold watch? Come on. I mean, listen,
Yes.
you're not doing yard work in it. You're not gonna.
No,
doing
of
construction.
No,
You know,
of course.
You're
But
not
I've gotta tell you
barbecuing.
something. I think realistically, the whole watch market, yeah, it is tough. What do you hope to do? Are you just getting money out, or you want to buy something impressive?
I'm getting money out, but I think I'm going to get a couple of big pieces. So I think quality over quantity, bigger, heavy hitting pieces rather than
'Cause
having a
I
bunch of
must admit,
GMTs. Yeah.
when I saw you in London, you had that beautiful platinum day date.
Right.
That was a very beautiful watch.
Even
You
that's
still
on the
have-
table. Yeah. I would consider even letting that one go at this point.
Would you be prepared to take a loss, or you want
Oh yeah,
your money?
No, you will take a loss. You will take a loss on platinum day dates, no doubt about that. Because
What sort of loss would you be prepared to take?
well, I'm not going to talk about that on the stream. But hey, I'm entertaining offers. I'm entertaining all fair offers.
Do you really want to get out of the platinum day date?
Yeah, I do. I actually do.
Fuck. Why? That's a dream watch.
It is. But I think there are other dreams that I have that I'd love to be able to pursue, and that money would be better used on those other pursuits. Ryan Hofre in the chat says, you of all people should know that 90% of the prices on Chrono 24 are absolute delusional wishful thinking. Yes, that's absolutely true. I've noticed that for the past several months, what's going on Chrono 24 is, yes, those are the asking prices, but those asking prices are artificially high. And what people are saying is, look at the comps on Chrono 24. Therefore, when I show you the price of my watch, it looks better in comparison. But the prices on Chrono 24 are so far inflated that that it's not even a good deal. Like, so for example, if you're looking at a Batman on Chrono 24 for $22,000, that's a ridiculous price, So when you say, hey, you can have mine for 19, but they're not 19. Those are $17,000 watches USD. So things are artificially inflated on Chrono 24. I don't know if it's collusion, but definitely things are not right there.
Yes, I see what you're saying. It's I got to be honest with you. There are some very interesting things happening in the marketplace. The marketplace is strange to say the least. It's the marketplace itself is very, very unusual. Why
did you get the Tudor? The Tudor with the red bezel?
Actually, I gave that to my son.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Because He's very athletic. So the Grand Seiko is that son. He's studying mathematics at university. He likes Japanese tie-in. So they had Grand Seiko's got a great Japanese tie-in. It's like that's their premium sort of watch. The other son, he's more athletic. He's sporty. And I thought I was going to give him the Speedmaster, but I thought, hang on, it'd probably be better off if he had the Tudor because that's more rugged, waterproof. It's just a chunky monkey. I thought that'd be a better watch for him. But in my own collection, I got to tell you this, OC, I agree with you. You have to. One thing I like about yourself is you always enjoyed your watches. You went to London with your Platinum Day date, never babied it. You wore it. Okay, you didn't mix concrete with it. We didn't say that. But you looked after it and you wore it, that's what you bought it for, didn't you? You bought it to wear and enjoy.
Yeah, if I'm not going to wear it at an event like that, where am I going to wear it?
Like I said to somebody who had a luxury car, I said, if you don't drive it, what's the fucking point in having it? You want to experience it. This is a very important thing to do. Basil's $2 to break the dry streak since OC came on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Basil's
Thank you, Basil's. Appreciate it.
Look, I've got to tell you something. I think the important thing is you want to consolidate. How many would be enough for you? What would you feel is enough in your own collection? OC, what would you?
I'd like to try to go down to 5 or 6. I mean, I have an AP Royal Oak. I can't get rid of that. I have the Daytona on Oyster Flex rose gold with the baguettes. I love that watch. Hard to get rid of that. I have a stainless steel Pepsi. I love that. Other than that, I can see myself adding a dress watch, and I can see myself adding like a big fuck you piece, like a platinum Daytona or a Richard Mille. And after that, what else do you really need, Arch? I mean, you've done it all, you know?
Yeah. No, that's exactly it. I got to be honest with you. What I want to do is I want to get my Explorer back, and then I'm just going to wait. I just want to wait a little bit. I don't want to rush to any decisions there. I can see there's some flaws in the collection, but I also like them too. They're in their own token. One thing I found is I want to ask you something, OC, because you met me in London. Okay, so I went to London. I wore the Breguet.
Yep, very disappointed. Yep.
Well, I mean, you wanted me to wear the World Time, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, of course. But you know, the thing is, I still think the Breguet was a great watch to wear because it's not a hype Rolex. If I would have had like a Pepsi, yeah, it's another Pepsi. But for me, I took the Breguet. It's an unusual. It's an unusual watch, but do you see what I'm saying?
It's a nice second choice, but you really should have either worn the World Time only or brought both. But it's okay.
Yeah, no,
hey,
no,
if you had to do it over again, you'd bring the World Time though, right?
Yeah, I think we were very safe in London. I think we were really safe. The one thing that did disappoint me about London was, and I don't know whether you back me up on this, OC, is that the traffic, even though the distance might be 20 miles or 15 miles, it takes forever to get there because even on a Sunday after lunch, it's a bitch to get any. Did you find that yourself?
That was the most inconvenient part of the whole thing. Is it took an hour to get from Heathrow to wherever we were staying, an hour to get from where we were staying to BQ, an hour to get from where we were staying to the Time London event. So yeah, it was just an hour and 15 minutes to get from our place back to Heathrow. It was insane. And plus you're cramped. And we were a party of like 10, 12 people. So we were getting 2 or 3 Ubers. Well, when you're cramming 4 people into an Uber with a driver, that back seat isn't super comfortable, you know? So you three people back.
That was awful. I know exactly what you mean. Let me say this to you. We got another super chat here. Little Dave, $2. AC3, how long have you been friends with OC? I actually met OC. I like to say I've always been friends. I haven't really had a problem with OC. Admittedly, his banter or his spin has been contradictory to my spin at times, but I've always had a professional respect for OC. Tim's, I had a falling out with Tim, but with OC, I actually met OC on the first New York trip, And I asked him to keep it quiet, and he kept it quiet. He didn't tell everybody. We had a great time. We went to Richard Mill. We went to Wempe. We had pizza. I even went to his workplace. I went to your workplace. You took me up to your office. I mean, seriously, you
We had a
were
good time.
cool,
I remember
cool
that.
guy.
You
Yeah.
were in New York, and you were doing some live streams, but you were Gonzo streaming on your own. And I reached out to a mutual friend of ours, and I said, "Hey, I see Archie's kind of alone. I'd love to be able to kind of spend a day just showing him around Manhattan." And this mutual friend of ours said, "You know what? That's a really generous thing to do. Let me reach out to him and see if he's up to it." And we exchanged numbers, and we met, and we had a great time. We went to a whole bunch of. We spent an hour at Richard Mill, which was really, really fun, very educational, and we went to lots of places.
That can be very confronting. Like, it's very, you don't just normally walk. There, you go in with a friend, someone who knows the lay of the land. I mean, they're pompous as fuck. I mean,
yeah,
God only knows what that store costs to run, and they have no stock available. I mean, fucking. But anyhow, that's not the point. The thing is this. We had a great time, and I'll be honest with you, OC, you haven't replaced Bear. Bear is welcome here. It's just I need panelists. Panelists jump on. I need to have panelists on my stream. That's what I need to do. I need to have panelists.
To answer the question, we've been cordial for probably 2 years, over 2 years.
Yeah.
And we've always had a direct dialogue. We have each other's numbers.
We've had our moments, but I quite, and I'll be honest with you. I think the watch market we're in some massive change. I'll be honest with you, OC. I want to ask your opinion here as a friend. I'm thinking about not going to New York.
Yeah, that would be a big mistake. I think we're going to have at least 50 to 100 people there from all the streams. I know people would be very excited to see you.
The cost, OC. I mean, I've gone there 2 years in a row, and it's the cost. The air ticket. It's not a comfortable flight. Let me say that to you. It's fucking awful.
Listen,
and it is what it is. It's a long trip, and New York, Manhattan accommodation is so expensive. And if you're outside Manhattan, the problem is then you've got to get into Manhattan all the time. So it's kind of New York is one of the most expensive cities on earth. Would you agree with that?
It is expensive. I think the hotel rooms will be expensive there, but I think you'll find a way to make it work. You have generous supporters, and
we'll see. I haven't made any decisions yet. I mean, put it that way. I haven't made any decisions at this moment, which we'll see how we go there. I got to tell you, I love the watches. You love your watches.
Yeah, more super chats, by the way, Arch.
Super chat.
Thomas Burnett, £2 super chat. OC, which pieces are you going to ditch? Tell us. I already told you. I'm ditching the Bluesy. I'm ditching the Batman. I'm ditching the steel black dial Daytona, and maybe the Day-Date. So yeah, those pieces are on the chopping block, and we're consolidating. We're reducing, and we're going to do quality over quantity, more heavy hitting pieces and less watches.
I'm really surprised Platinum Day-Date. I think that's a mistake because, in my opinion, I prefer the Platinum Day-Date.
Let me ask you this: if you had a Platinum Daytona and a Platinum Day-Date, which one would you wear more? I mean, would you if you always had a choice between wearing the Day-Date or the Platinum Daytona, wouldn't you always pick the Daytona?
Daytona for me, I got to tell you this. It's actually it wears smaller than the 40 mils.
Yeah, it does. I can see for a big guy like you, you might. Yeah,
I kind of prefer the Day-Date, and that's partly the reason when I was streamlining. Because remember, I had the Maserati blue two-tone Daytona, and I had the Bluesy. That's why I decided to keep the Bluesy because it wears bigger, even though they're both 40 mil technically. The Daytonas used to use a 19 mil strap in the 4-digit incarnation. So they were kind of a little bit smaller. We got a super chat. P Clan, $5. Arch, what's worse? the forehead not helping do the dishes in the bro house, or him rebel streaming your main show?
I'll jump in and I'll answer for you, and then you can answer. I'll say that I don't believe in the concept of rebel streaming. I think that's just people who are the ones who complain about rebel streaming are the people who aren't confident in the quality of the content that they produce. So whether it's Archie or Tim or JJ or anybody else, those people aren't. You don't hear them complaining because they know that in an environment where live streams compete against each other, the best content wins. And so they're not afraid. It's usually only the trolls that bring up what rebel streaming and try to cause dissension and negativity. So like, Archie, are you afraid of people doing shows at the same time as you?
No, look, people are always free to do whatever they want.
Exactly, of course. And if people choose to watch my show or The Colony or JJ's show or anybody else's show, then they're free to do that.
Exactly right there. Exactly.
And it's true. I did not do dishes in the bro house. Correct. That is a fair point. But
Yes.
Archie did. Archie, to his credit, not only did dishes, but loaded the dishwasher, made
Yes.
breakfast, and cleaned up around the place. Yeah. So
Yes.
kudos to him.
Yes. We got a super chat, Sirocco Sales member for 7 months. What's the ROI on you going to New York? A few dinners? Who's you directing that to? Is that to me?
I think that's to you. Yeah, I'm in New York, so no cost for me to be there.
Yeah. Look, it's just the costs are very expensive because look, the Aussie dollar is pretty poor at the moment. The Aussie dollar is poor. So I mean that doesn't help. It doesn't help that the Aussie dollar is so bad. But look, I'll have to have a look at it. A decision will be made in the future, but I'm just putting it out there. I may not be going, and that's okay. You know, you can't go to everything, and you've got to look and see what you enjoy. That's the important thing. You got to look and see what you enjoy out there, and that's really the important thing. Look, it's one of these things. You can't go to everything. I went to London. Would I go to London next year? Probably not, because it's so expensive. London is expensive. We had a good trip. It was a great time. We had fun there. But you know, it's one of these things. It's expensive, and London was I actually had a really good time there. It was amazing. But you know, one of these things, you can't keep doing everything you got to spice it up a bit. So that's partly the reason. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. That's what I want to do, is see what the future holds there. So yeah, that's my kind of aim. But OC, I got to tell you, it's absolute pleasure having you on the stream. You are a legend and a great guy to come on here. And I'd like to see you come on more often.
I will do my best.
I think the watch.
Best. It's good. You know, I saw that you were alone here. You know, in the last half hour of your show. Want to jump on? Yeah.
No. I think the streaming thing itself is, look, there's a lot of people. Some people have left the hobby. A lot of hype people like Plastic. He doesn't like to be confronted with the fact he's lost so much money on hype pieces. He was somebody who always wants to talk about how much money they've made, how well they're doing, how much better off they are than you. Whereas when the cards reverse, he gets a bit funny. Whereas OC, you're happy to bite the bullet and make a loss on a few pieces.
Oh, I've done it before. Sure, I've bought Tudors. Tudors are the worst brand. One of the worst brands for value.
Tudor is amazing stuff, but they're a quality watch, but they're unloved. Supply and demand.
I don't love them. I hate them.
Yeah. How many Tudors did you have?
I bought a Tudor Black Bay Bronze, which is a beautiful watch. It was boutique only. Just when it came out, it was only available in boutique. Yes. Yeah, and I sold that to a friend at cost. I just, I wasn't going to wear it. And then I famously bought a Tudor Black Bay 58 Blue. I was fucking duped into thinking that watch was a great watch. It's so hard to get. It's such a great size. I literally never put it on. It stayed in the box. I kept it for 2 years and I sold it for 50% off. I bought it for, I think there was 30 in the US. It was 3,600. After tax, it was 4,000. I sold it for 2,000. You know, what a disaster.
That's how this hobby's gone. It's no longer just buy anything and it goes up, is it?
No.
You know. But guys, that's the way. Jefferson Exotic, $5 for the America Fund.
Nice.
Guys.
So you're already five. What's the target that you'd have to raise in order to be able to afford to go to Watch Time New York in October? What's the number you have in mind?
Look, I'm looking about 4,000 Aussie, 3,000 US to pay for air ticket and most of the accommodation.
There you go. Well, you have a couple months to do it. I think you could easily do it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Look. I don't like to just continually. Look, the economy is changing too. A lot of people, money's not as cheap as it used to be. Many circumstances have changed. Many circumstances have changed, and I think that's kind of the way of the land there. Guys, I just want to go through and thank everybody who has donated today. Let's go through the list.
Final super chat. Final super chat from GD. 20 Argentinian GD. Somethings.
Hey, and there's an emoji there. Thank you. Let's go through the list.
That's not nice.
We'll go through the list. Rich Mitch, Sam Davidson, Osman Alva. We had CB. We had Ryan J. O'Fray.
Hofray. Ryan Hofray. Yeah.
Hofray. Little Dave, CB, Big Tony, Malik Diamond, Big Tony, Malik Diamond, CB, SR Bell 67, Mr. Bark, Rich Mitch, GD, Starchy, Menda S, Starchy, Frank the Tank, P. Clen, Big Tony, GB, GD, What You Are, CB, Big Tony, CB, GB, CB, 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 Will Money, P. Clen, CB, Thomas Burnett, Basil's Beazles, Little Dave, Thomas Burnett, P. Clen, Sirocco Sales, Jefferson Exotic, and GD. Guys, upvote before you go. And I want to say a big thank you to OC for coming on the stream today and helping me out. Thank you so much.
Why don't we do something special? Why don't we drop the link, the StreamYard link, and we'll do a private after show. And the first 5 people to jump on could do a private after show with us for 15 minutes. Want to do that?
Sure, do that. We can do that. Let's have a look.
Private VIP stream. Jump on the show. Join OC and ArchieLuxury on the panel in a private after show.
Private after show. Okay, there we go, guys. We are wrapping up now. There we go. How you